It ain't high enough. I can barely see it, whatever that is.
Just look at the words.
I can. It's small. It's too small.
That's
Hi,
what
everybody. We're live. I can barely see it, whatever that is. What is going
Just look
on,
at the
people?
word.
I can. It's small. It's too small. And
That's what you said. You can see it.
I can sort of see it, but I can't
Dude,
see shit.
open your stoner eyeballs. Look at it.
I gotta go full screen. I don't know what it says. Hold on. I gotta go full screen. Hi, everybody.
I'm going to get my coffee.
I hate everybody too. Okay. Cool. I like it. Okay, let's get out of this. Hi, everybody. Happy Tuesday, May 31st, 2022. To the Tuesday show. Who was the first person on here yakking? I know it wasn't Fly. He was very close to being first. He was actually second. Who was the first? Oh, Justine was first, but she's not going to be with us live tonight because she is tired. So it's Fly Crew. He gets the banana. Congratulations, Fly. How you doing? Who else we got here? Yep, there's Justine. Hi, Amanda. I see you're in here. Yep. Wasp, how you doing? Bobby's having trouble again getting on the show. What's up with that? Hi, Sherry. Hi, Ashley. How are you?
Did you see it?
I saw it. You hate everyone. Hi, everyone. Hi, Kaya. Trace. How are you?
Don't you like it?
Hi, Libby. Yeah, but I don't know what it is. Oh, it's a horse. Yeah, okay. I don't know what is it, an oven mitt?
Yeah.
Oh. Hey, Bobby. Hi, Mishka. Hi, Ann.
I bet everybody else likes it.
Watch. They probably do. All right.
All my barn bitches are going to say they like it. Watch.
Of course they are. Because you're a chick. Everybody likes what you like.
No, because I'm a bitch. Get it right. It's not because I'm a chick.
You're broad.
I don't know about that. It's not a banana. What the hell are you talking about, banana?
Who's a banana?
I
don't know.
It's a banana.
Bobby B found a way.
Found a way. Hey, Bobby. Was Miska and Sherry. I seen Lee. They're right there. Yep. Tracy. Who else? Who am I missing? Justine.
Amanda. Then we got Tracy and Sherry and
right.
I don't know. They're up there. I probably said hi to almost everybody. Mishka? Fly Crew was here. I don't know if he's still here.
He's here. Said something about a banana. What you talking about?
Banana.
Sorry, the bitch roll's taken. GG. Wasp. She beat me.
Is everybody doing well? I hope everybody is.
I'm not.
It's been a weird weekend, right?
I feel fat, and I have a zit right there. I just noticed.
I can't see it.
And what else? Everything else, well, the world sucks, but.
Did everybody on Memorial Day? Did everybody do that, or did they just post something on Facebook and move along to a cookout? I'm curious. Me neither. I didn't do anything.
I put flags out.
Oh, that's something. There you go. That's something.
3 days, and I didn't cry once.
Yep. No, I'm just joking. I mean, obviously, I'm making a joke. I'm not trying to disrespect anybody, but I just the fact that everybody is always like the troops, and what's the most they do on Memorial Day? They post a thing. Happy Memorial Day. We think of the troops on this day, Memorial Day, and then they're off to a barbecue and swimming in a pool and heading to the beach and doing whatever, and it's like, really? So you're telling me you really give a shit, or are you just right-wing virtue signaling, putting that shit on Facebook? You know what I mean? So that's why I didn't do anything. It's like I thought about them, and that was about it.
I mean, I just barely started giving a shit about any. I mean, I didn't care, and I always said thank you, but I showed respect there, you know, gave back in the sense of for what thing. I mean, no way, man. We're focused. We just paid off our house. We have shit planned, man.
I got you.
Spending money on partying isn't quite that yet. Soon, but not just quite yet. We gotta go make it to the end here.
Right. I dig you. Tracy doesn't know what Memorial Day is because it's an American sort of holiday thing. Basically, what it's been co-opted into being is party time. The summer starts officially, kind of thing. And what it's really supposed to be for is for the remembrance of all the troops that fought in foreign wars and wars to keep us safe and passed for our country and all this other shit. And you know, the backroom agenda shit that they should have never gone to, weapons of mass destruction, such and so on. But we're supposed to remember them for passing. That's what Memorial Day is for. Just to make that clear. And it's a long weekend. Most people just go, it's a vacation. Oh, Sherry just said that.
Yeah.
Yep.
Long weekend and the weekend before yours. Tracy, it's an American thing. Remember their service. Yes. Exactly.
They died so we can enjoy our freedom.
I got to tell you that
I suppose.
I seen the absolute prettiest graveyard, which is actually, it's a straight up cemetery, and it was so gorgeous. They had the biggest flags that went all the way around this cemetery, and I think it's a veteran cemetery to begin with. Like, that's kind of their focus. However, I think there's other buried in it, but they focus a lot on service members. So, anyways, it was the neatest. I mean, it was pretty cool. I never seen so many flags in my life. And it was right here right in Hillsboro. So, pretty cool.
Very cool. Very cool. Hi, Maureen. How are you? No, you're not late. And no, you didn't miss nothing. We're just kind of like winging it tonight.
We're chit-chatting.
Yeah, it's coming off the old hangover of the weekend thing, you know, long weekend.
I didn't have a fucking hangover. I don't know what you're talking about.
I did. I did.
Wow. And he's still in party mode. Don't let him shit you over there.
I don't know what she's talking about.
It's holes in his, as my mama would have said.
I don't know what she's talking about.
If I walked in, she'd be like, "You look like you got 2 piss holes in a snowbank." Oh, really? Do I, Mom? She's like, that don't make it any better. Now I can just see all the bloodshot in your eyes.
There you go.
Okay, I'm going to bed, Mom. Let's see. So, basically, our whole agenda tonight, I have a feeling we're going to chit-chat about, obviously, the incompetence of our fucking government. And we're going to also snicker about Nancy's husband getting arrested for DUI. And I don't know about you, but I'm going to bitch about the UPS and their shipping prices, and then dicking the dog right in Portland for 3 fucking days with my shit. I want my shit. Give me my stuff. I want it. I paid $78 to get that shit here.
That's
just
insane.
to get it here.
Wow.
I want it. So, fuckers. Anyway, so I'm not happy with UPS, you brown fuckers. Do your job. Get off your ass racist. And get my shit from the Portland airport to here before 3 days is up. For God's sake.
What does having their color have to do with anything?
Because they're always dressed in brown, fool.
That's not what you told me earlier. That's not what you were saying earlier about them being all brown. You're just bad. You don't catch on at all, do you?
I don't.
I noticed. That's all right. Never mind. I said they were. You said
Both
when you
can't
first
be in the same state of mind, and
I know.
No.
I know.
So has anybody picked up on it yet?
I'm
I
in
don't
a
think they have.
New York state of mind.
Yeah,
Um,
he's in something. He kind of looks
ah,
a little Chinese-ish.
I don't know what you're talking about. You can't keep saying stuff like that. That's not true, internet. I don't know what she is talking about.
Here, let me do it right. Well, I'll put on glasses because I think he thinks if he put on the glasses, that made it better.
Well, I do that anyway. I can't see shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Y'all,
about right.
anybody picked up on it? Anybody picked up on it yet? Huh?
No, no, no.
See, this is what happens. We both can't do this. This is a fucking problem. Okay, so
Squirrel.
squirrel.
Okay,
Okay,
back to
y'all better
reality here.
get in the same frame of mind we're in, or this ain't gonna be no fun for you. Just saying.
Welcome to the shit
Kind of
show.
like, yeah, it's kind of like watching, a couple drunk people, but you're not drunk. Okay.
Right, right.
But a little different because we're actually
Howdy,
funny.
Jason. Oh, you
How,
are you? Who the hell's running this thing down here?
howdy, Jason? You, I guess. Squirrel. Fly cruiser. Squirrel.
I have the hardest time spelling squirrel whenever I'm texting it. I can
Mhm.
never figure out how to actually spell it. It goes against everything that you should spell squirrel like.
It's because the Q and the U are in there, and it just fucks with the whole thing of phonics. So, you know what? This is
No,
all
not unless you
perfect.
tell me.
But Matt, he went to Cancun and he came back and he found Irish creamer there, and anybody that knows me from like 10 years ago, Carnation Coffee Mate had Irish creamer out, and I'm still addicted to creamer, but I was addicted to it, and then they stopped selling it, and I was pissed. I was so pissed that I called the company, and they sent me like um 9 huge cases of it, 3 of which were completely free. they they just wanted me to stop bitching, but I just kept bitching, so they just kept sending me creamer.
Nice.
So eventually they ran out of it, and I had to come up with a new addiction, which I did. I came up with sweet cream, and that's what I'm on now. And if they I call them every now and then, let them know, don't you, because they've been short on it. It's like, oh, no, 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 you can be without eggs, you can be without milk, you can be without butter, you can be without bread, but if you go without my creamer, we having problems. So um Matthew went to Mexico, and he bought me Irish creamer that he found there, and it's in a box, and he said it was like $10 for this little box like this big, and it tastes like it has alcohol in it.
Ooh, my kind of creamer.
So I'm gonna go get one of the boxes because I want to show you what it looks like, because if anybody knows how to read whatever's on the box, I want to know. Yes,
Is it in
sweet cream.
Mexican?
I fucking look at Austin. Look.
Wait, what? I call it my creamer too.
Wait. The next one.
Sweet cream. Ah, I gotcha.
Oh shit! I think I'm rubbing off on that poor kid.
I love you, sweet leaf. How you doing, brother? What's up, Bobby? Jason, how you doing? What are you guys doing? We've seen the creamer with rum, Wasp Bitch said.
This ain't rum though. Look. Oh wait. Okay.
Okay. I see it. But I don't know. I see Coffee Mate. That's all I can read.
Oh my God! Open your eyeballs, Yank.
I see Coffee Mate. I can read Coffee Mate and then creamer urges a little.
Come on. Okay.
I don't know.
What's that? What's that say? What's that mean? Help.
I don't know. Don't drink if pregnant. Drink if you want to get pregnant. I don't know.
It better not be getting me pregnant. Okay, we don't have problems. I told that doctor, he moved back to India. I said, dude, I will hunt you down. I don't care if you live in India. If I get pregnant.
Hazum Cafe. Hazum. I have no idea. I don't know. Can't you take a picture, put it in Google Translate? Doesn't Google do anything cool?
I don't do that shit. I don't know how to do that.
Me neither. Hi, Amanda. Let's see. Applying for a new job while I watch this. Oh, God. Don't let them listen to this show while you're applying for a job.
Well, hell, you should get it then. No questions asked.
That's right. Because you are a bisexual, binary, non-traxical, transmogrified
Well, it is
person of
Amanda.
interest.
It is Amanda, and she is gay. So let's start there. Anyway.
Well, I didn't know that. Okay, good to know.
You do too know she's gay, Amanda?
I do. How do I know this stuff?
Explain, Amanda. Explain.
I don't need to explain what it is. I know what it is.
Is it powder or liquid? It's liquid. It's liquid. See? I'm going to pour the rest of it.
Something about excess sugar in the cream. I don't know. God, this is moving too fast for me. I'm getting motion sickness.
Liquid, Cherry. We will see.
Remember, Irish cream coffee has by definition.
No, Amanda, you weren't. What'd you say? Hey, what'd you say, Yank?
I said, Jason says, gotta remember, Irish cream coffee has by definition alcohol in it.
No,
not just the creamer.
Cream.
Okay, it says Irish cream. Means it's made out of potatoes.
No. The stuff that I used to drink, the Carnation, it didn't have alcohol in it. It didn't have alcohol. So, but this one tastes like it has.
Triceratops. Now you're talking. That's some good stuff.
And
it's like really old though. Jurassic kind of shit.
I used to love Bailey's, but now I've switched to Amaretto. It's probably a little less fattening, right?
I don't know. I don't drink none of that shit.
Oh, I know. Yours is so fucking clear. Like,
I have never been able to drink. No, I do water.
Everclear.
No, water and whiskey.
I was talking about Amanda's gender, not liquor. I'm fucking.
Wait, what? What did I miss here?
Okay.
What am I missing? I'll be one.
A fly crew. He said he was talking about Amanda's gender, not the liquor.
Oh, liquor. I hardly know her. Irish cream up here.
You're making me snort now. Whiskey. Stop. Okay.
Who?
It's making me snort. We got to stop. Okay.
Rum chata, I think it was called. Tiny creamers with rub in it. Good stuff. Rum chata. No, I got a bottle of rum chata. I was given that on a cruise. Talk about
anything of importance tonight because you're all fucked up.
Who? Me?
You.
I am not.
Dude, we can't both be brain dead. I'm the one that gets to sit over here and giggle and snicker and, make fucking obnoxious comments. And you are supposed to, like, bring something
I'm the bumper car. I'm the bumper guardrails.
Yeah, you're supposed to be here with the teeth, dude. Fucking do something.
I'm trying. I'm trying to just keep up with the chat, but I'm getting motion sick. Trying to.
That's because you hit yourself in the forehead a minute ago when your hand slipped off. But it's all right.
No one has a clue what the hell we're talking about.
Yes, I bet you.
I'm sure
15 of these gutter people know exactly what I was talking about. Right? Come on, you guys. Everybody, put it number 1 in the chat if you knew what I was talking about when I said that Yank's hand slipped off and hit him in the forehead. Y'all knew, huh? Type it 1.
I don't see nothing.
Why is there nothing? That was funny. See,
Oh,
Tracy, we all know. See, Tracy even vouched. Yeah, Marine. Everybody knew.
look what I have. One of those orange chocolate balls. You bang them, and they're like orange slices, orange dark chocolate.
Did you hear every one of those gutter words? Well, chalk balls.
Yes.
You bang them.
Bang the balls on the counter.
Right.
It's a book called The
Now,
Ball Buster.
the only thing is, would have been better is if it would have been, a cherry popping out or something.
I know it. I know it. Orange though, I like the orange dark chocolate.
too.
Well, those, oh man, some of those
I'm all
chocolates you
about
can get in
dark chocolate.
CVS are good. Me too. I hate milk chocolate.
Well, I'll do it if that's all there is, but I'd much rather have dark chocolate.
Mm.
I shouldn't have any of it. Yank has orange balls. Well, he may. He may. Lisa?
Hey, there's no looking at my balls. I have the best balls. That does not sound good. You're gonna give your computer COVID virus.
That was no shit. That went right down the wrong pipe when you said that.
That's what she said.
Mm-hmm. At least, tap on my head, give me a warning.
Right.
It's Sherry's birthday month.
It is.
Happy birthday.
Where do we see that? All right, you're going to run this thing if you're going to be reading it. Go ahead.
Don't call me Goat Head.
Goat Head.
If you'd open up your eyeballs, you could read it too.
I can.
On phonics worked for me, Rick.
I made a video today. I was going to post it, but I didn't. I was going to put it on YouTube. I was standing outside, and we were getting that thunderstorm that I told you about coming in, and it was pretty wicked looking, right? Mm-hmm. So I took my camera and I go, "Hello, Werther's people," and I started pointing around, and I go, "See that curly Q over there? That looks like it might be a tornado." And I was just making fun of him, wicked bad.
So dare you.
No, I'm not gonna, man. No, he'll fucking flip out.
Dude, no, he won't. He will fucking laugh so hard.
Maybe. We'll see. It didn't come out that good because I couldn't do a good Rick accent. I sounded like, I don't know, somebody from fucking the mountains of somewhere, but not Texas. It was funny. But he don't
really sound like he's from Texas, though.
See, that's what I think too, right? He's not.
He doesn't have a Texas accent.
I don't know what the hell he's got, but he's got a weird accent.
Well, he went to California and he spent too many years there to just fuck with his, I mean, I'm sure that had some. He probably had more of an accent before, but I don't picture him with one, even like back then. Rick, we want to see videos of you back in the day, like before California took a hold of you. We want to see those because we want to hear.
Videos. He doesn't have videos of things that far
back. I don't know
man.
if he does.
No, he was in California. So I mean, if he'd have to have like somebody with stone chisel making pictures like that, cave drawings of Rick as a cop.
Dude, he's not that fucking old, is he?
No.
It's just.
I'm just giving him shit. I don't know why.
He lived in California too long. No shit. That's what Ann said.
Oh, yeah.
I read before I was supposed to.
You got to scroll the thing and click it.
Oh, so you don't want me to? Okay, fine.
I want you to do that. I want you to do the whole thing. I want to sit back.
You brought your balls out, Yank.
I did.
But he didn't bang them.
I'm lucky I didn't sit on them. That's a horrible, horrible thing.
You said you were going to bang your balls and you didn't. You lied.
No, I haven't yet. No, they're in the cooler. It's in the cooler, cooling down, so I can bang it and it'll break. I'm not even going to play with you guys' little homely weirdo things. They're balls. Chocolate balls. Speaking of balls, okay, who's had arancini, Italian arancini? It's a rice ball, and in the center of it, it's a deep fried rice ball, and in the center of it is hamburger peas and a little bit of tomato tomato sauce, sorta, and a piece of mozzarella. And they're about this big, and they're rice balls, and they're like a fucking meal all to themselves.
Wasn't Rick talking about something like that one day?
He was talking about pierogi sort of things. Yeah, a Russian thing, but these are Italian.
No, yeah, he was talking about something else too, though. Like without any dough.
Like what?
Like no dough around them.
Yeah, no, there's not dough. It's rice, but it's deep fried, and it's coated with egg, breadcrumbs, and then you fry it. You deep fry it, and you take it out. But they're really good. Anyway,
Sherry said better than blue balls.
What's that?
Sherry said better than blue balls.
Everything's better than blue balls.
Yes.
Yes.
Manda said, my job has lots of pride. Stuff coming in. Fly Crew Company is a big inclusion, so.
Oh, God.
It'll be front and center. Oh, fuck.
That's right. Tomorrow's the 1st, right?
Yeah.
Start of Pride Month. Yay.
Oh, God. I see we should just go camping this month and just get like out of Dodge.
Yep.
The whole month.
Yep. Without a doubt. It's so, I don't know. I am not surprised and not shocked, and surprisingly not shocked or sad at the school shooting thing. Isn't that horrible?
Well, I'm sad about it, but I'm not shocked at all. I mean, they're fucking cowards. I mean, it's so obvious. It doesn't shock me at all. What really pisses me off is not too long ago, all of these people hated these cops. All of these people that are now trying to, say, oh no, they did their job and this is what they were supposed to do. And, they were all defending them and everything. And now they're all like, wait a minute. What the hell? You didn't go in and protect those kids? What? I mean, I posted one of the videos to Rick, and it showed where the family members showed up with Biden. Did you see that? Where Biden and Jill was there? And oh yeah. And they said, do something. They just kept screaming.
Oh, I heard. Yeah, I did see that.
Do something. And he was like, we will. Oh, yes.
Yeah, did you hear him talking about a 22? You could get shot with a 22 and it'll just get lodged in your lung. But you can get shot with a 9mm and it'll blow the lung right out of your body. I'm like, what the fuck is this old dude talking about? You got Justin Trudeau up north talking about banning handguns in Canada. We got this shooting that happened. Look, man, I'm sad, but I'm not surprised that it happened at all. I'm not surprised at the way the cops reacted. The weird part for me, and I wrote this on a Facebook post, was that the only fucking thing or things that worked correctly in that whole fucking mess were the guns. And that's what they want to talk about, banning and getting rid of and limiting and restricting and suing and all, was the guns. Yeah. But like the fucking police didn't, fucking school didn't, fucking parents didn't, kid didn't. Nothing else acted right or worked right that was expected at all. Fucking crazy, man.
I'm telling you.
We're an upside down world.
It is an absolute upside down. I mean, there was a lawyer. I thought it was really interesting. It was something on Facebook from one of close to my hometown in Idaho, and the sheriff had taken something off a comment off of a Facebook post, and the family member, I believe the cops had shot this person, and the family members were pissed that they'd taken the comment down for some reason. Well, anyways, they got a lawyer, and now the lawyer's taking that cop. He's suing that cop for suppressing their freedom to free speech. So, I guess we'll see.
We also got a kid down here in Florida who got in trouble for supposedly texting out a threat.
I see that. 5th grade.
Yeah, real little kid, middle school. Fucking crazy, man. Crazy. Everybody's Looney Tunes. I don't get
Oh
it.
my gosh, it's crazy. All right. I can't afford to go anywhere with the price of gas. I know shit, Ann. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Sad but fucking furious cowards. I agree.
Some
I
fucking
won tickets
terrible.
to a concert for the weekend of my birthday. Going to camp. Gonna camp for the weekend. Should be a good time. Woohoo! There's no. Well, if I was in an RV, I would camp for the weekend if I was going to a concert, but no way. I'd have to. I'd be like, Marvin used to do shit like that. Let's go camping, and on our way home, let's stop and eat somewhere. No, let's not. Let's just go home.
I love camping, man.
I do not want to stop and go into a restaurant with 4 days of dirt underneath all my
Yeah.
fingernail. No, I don't. I don't. No.
Stinking like Sex in the Woods and vajayjay and BO.
God. One civilian with a personal weapon could have saved lives. That's right. Look at that one woman that took
Yes.
out the shooter there.
Was that at a wedding?
I'd have to look. I saved it so we could see it. Let me put it over here. What the fuck?
Wasp wants to see Wasp in mass in New Hampshire, but can't because she's not
Are you
vaccinated.
reading ahead?
Huh? Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to read past.
Are you
You're
reading
not
ahead?
moving.
Are you
Yeah,
reading ahead, Yank? Yeah, the politicals will want to use it to take our guns away.
I don't know where you are, though. Oh, okay. There you are. I get you. I
I'm
can't.
sorry. I believe a big part of parenting or lack thereof. Oh yeah, there's no doubt in my mind. I'm telling you that my kids and me, our biggest fear was getting our ass whipped. So you didn't do stuff that got your ass whipped. You just didn't do it. If you knew your
Nope.
mom or dad was going to whip your ass, you did not do it because it didn't feel good. You learned really quick. I mean, it didn't take very many ass beatings for you to go, wow, I'm not going to do that again.
Right. Exactly.
Pistols put a hole in people. Rifles put holes through people. Shotguns physically remove chunks of matter and throw it all. Kill it.
Nice.
You already
I'll tell you,
did
man.
that.
I'll tell you, people never really think too much about it. But if you shoot somebody in your house, there's a good chance you are going to have a massive fucking bill at the end of that.
And you're going to court. I don't care.
Oh yeah, you're probably arrested, going to court, the whole 9 yards. But
you'll sit in jail for a while.
I'm just saying, to clean the house is a fucking expensive thing, especially if like you did hit him with something like a shotgun to the head and there's brain matter blown into the wall. They just take the body. That's all they do. They take the body out. You got to clean that, and you can't just clean it. That's biohazard. You got to hire a company to come in and do it, and they cut out the fucking sheetrock and everything. Pull the carpet up. They fucking...
Yeah, I can tell you right now, that shit goes down, I'm going to be looking at Marvin going, Kate, we're selling it right now.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, we're done. I'm sorry. I can clean up a lot of stuff, but hey, I know. That's just a perfect reason for me. Actually, I don't know, though. On the other hand, they'd always know. That's the house you don't fuck with. Because they'll shoot your ass.
That's when you put a sign on your new house. I'm here because I shot a guy at my last house. You know? Welcome to the neighborhood.
Or you put a sign that says this house has been decontaminated after a murder scene.
That'll work. That'll work. Excuse me. What time is it? 10 o'clock?
Where did that kid come up with the money to buy those AKs? I agree, Ann. Where did that kid come up?
Well, supposedly he had a job working at a fast food joint. Now, you can make a few grand at a fast food joint relatively quickly. You know what I mean? A couple of months, maybe, if you're just living at your parents' house or your grandparents' house, paying nothing. So, I mean, at first I was like, yeah, how do you get the money? How do you get the money? Well, if you worked at a job, you could get the money. And everybody at his job said he was a freaky little bastard. So, and spooky. So, kind of weird there.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I'm posting the link.
Oh, okay.
Here we go now.
Who's going?
I don't know. I said, here we go now. Okay, let me.
Good. Get somebody else on. I'm done talking.
You know what?
Is it 10 o'clock?
Dude.
It's like 9:45. This has been a long night, guys. I want to thank you guys for coming. It's been fun.
Guys, we better liven it up or Yank's going to take a fucking nap. You see this? Okay, I better get going. I posted the link. It's pinned, right? I pinned it, right?
I don't know.
Why didn't it pin? Pin, you cocksucker. Did I pin Bobby's? I think I pinned Bobby's.
Yeah, there's no pin up there.
Replace pin message. Yeah, that's what I want. There. Okay, I'm shutting down that YouTube.
Oh, yeah, so there it is.
Slow me down so much.
Okay.
So I logged out of that. That should help.
We got Jason down.
When Rick started talking about safety officers in school, I was puzzled. We had guns then and didn't need any security officers. That's right. I mean, where I grew up, they were in the back of the pickup. I mean, because the kids were going hunting. And I mean, one of our holidays was a week out of hunting, a week out of school to go hunting. I mean, everybody went. You just went.
Yeah, man.
Jason, I'm adding Jason.
Okay.
Hey. How are you?
I'm doing pretty well. My phone was out. You know, I told you all I was doing kind of, hospital and all that. Mm-hmm. But I'm doing excellent now. And I'm so glad to be able to be back on, video. My little girl is with me, my little parrot. But anyway, and remember, I am using my phone, so I don't have the computer and everything. But oh my goodness, is so glad to listen to y'all talk again, and me to be able to be here again.
We got nothing to even say, bro.
And I just wanted to say, hello, and I missed everybody, being able to talk and stuff, And again, I'm too scared to go on Rick's, stuff, but.
Then we're going to have to make it harder for you here.
Oh, yeah.
We're going to have to make it harder for you here then.
Oh, no. And no, I've been watching him every day, but y'all are more realistic. And I mean, no. That didn't come out right. I love Rick
kidding,
and
bro.
what
Relax,
he does.
You're fine.
But
it's okay. You can tell the truth. We're better. We know. It's okay.
Hey, and I want people to come to y'all's channel. Too. And we are all like-minded, obviously. And where do we all meet? Because so obviously it is. I don't know why I'm so giddy a little bit. I guess because I missed a couple of the shows being, with my, with all the things going on and everything. But, anyway, I'm just glad to be back apart. And
welcome back.
Welcome back, bud.
How have y'all been?
I'm good. I can't complain. I'm just kind
of
doing my thing.
Yank's hungover and a bit chinky.
Bobby?
What I heard. Yeah, what's up, brother?
Hey, brother. I mean, I hit it up in the chat. I was like, "Where's Bobby at?" So, hey, I'm surprised they put me on before you, but hey, I'm all right with it.
Me too. I'm lucky I got on at all. It's good to
I'm
see
just
you.
kidding. No, I don't believe that because you know you are a big part of this channel as well. You know.
I wouldn't go that far. You humble me.
No,
I'm just a,
no,
I'm a boxing butch.
you speak a lot of truth, brother, and just like Yankee, and just like you know, Gutter Girl. You know, I hate to call you that, but that's you changed your name to it, so
Yeah,
yeah,
You're fine.
yeah. You kind of made that title for yourself. Keep your
yes,
mind in the
she
gutter.
did on
That's
Rick's
right.
channel. You know,
Well, it doesn't. I don't change from Rick's channel to anywhere else. My mind is
no,
always.
I
It's,
It's almost
completely
like
agree with
the
that
Simpsons' real name.
whatsoever.
It's almost a sin to call her by her real name nowadays.
Hey,
Blasphemous.
Bobby, quick question, if y'all don't mind me asking. You're walking around. You're not sitting behind the computer, it looks like.
Yep.
What's up with that? Because normally, I mean, you're doing your thing when you're on, this show.
Well, I'm on my phone tonight. The internet where I'm staying temporarily got cut, and
I got you.
I was running around, and then I came down to this local place in the village. That's why I'm Bartini Bob today. And I got some good service over here, so I figured, fuck it, I'll try jumping on. I've been working on the RV and staying at a buddy's house, but last night the
Right.
internet.
I
So
got you. And I hope Yank and Gutter, I hope you didn't mind me asking Bobby that. Because of course
Okay.
this is y'all's show. And I'm just glad to be a part of it from time to time. So, and we all are on the same page with stuff. Hey, Gutter Girl, I mean, your hair looks like you did something. I mean, looks a little different, looks nice.
oh well, thank you. No, I just straightened it, and it's not in a hat today because I
So
actually didn't go to the cemetery.
I got you. So you did do something with it because I noticed,
Yeah.
because you're always going to be you, but, anyway. Yankee, your
Wow.
beard is looking amazing.
I'm gonna say he has no hair.
Wow.
No, his beard is looking amazing because I can't grow one. I can't grow a beard. I wouldn't even want to, but yours is looking amazing. So I just wanted to tell you that.
Appreciate it. You're looking good, champ.
But gosh, I missed you guys as far as talking and stuff. And and so I appreciate y'all bringing me on. And I'm trying to figure out how to get on the chat again so I can see that. But
you're live on
but I appreciate
No problem, man. No problem.
y'all bringing me on as you.
Hey,
Where'd he go?
where'd he go?
I don't know. He disappeared. Should I hit them? Did I bang on them?
Who?
I did that last week. There was bands playing, and they took a break between bands, and I just jumped up on the fucking drum set. I forgot that it was like band night and it was really quiet in there, so I got on the drum set and just started fucking banging away. Thank God I had a healthy buzz on, because when I was done and the whole bar was staring at me and started clapping, I was like, oh fuck. Yeah, I just wanted to hit the drums for a few minutes. I didn't mean to put on a show for the whole bar.
Right on. Yes, Amanda.
Yes, we can.
You can do a
Right
shot.
now.
Salute.
Well, I got this much, but it's got Bigfoot on it. Oh wait.
Sasquatch.
Wait, I gotta pour more in so you can see Bigfoot.
Ooh, Tracy Waxer Ween Tash. I don't know
wax
what a Ween Tash is, but her Wee Tash. I wax my Wee Tash.
That sounds like a hoo-hoo in New
Yeah.
Zealand talk or something.
Yeah, man. That's what I'm thinking.
That time those two trannies were shooting lifesavers from their buttholes.
That's a big shooter.
He's hard to see.
I see him.
It's like a normal Bigfoot. You can't hardly see him.
I see him.
You can do
Well,
it.
here's to you,
What if the
Amanda.
Loch Ness? Yeah, all right.
What's the
Amanda.
Loch Ness?
Or these.
To Amanda and her shitty day. May it
To
always
Amanda.
get better. And we'll have a better one tomorrow.
That's
And
right.
What else do you need? Underwear?
Because it's toothpaste, it's toothpaste. Because it's Tuesday, or no, tomorrow will be Wednesday, and I get to go clean grapes. Ha!
There you go.
Nice. Make them gleam.
I have a question. You know how we don't have any really good video footage of Nessie or Bigfoot?
Mm-hmm.
What if they're really just blurry?
Well,
You guys are like not thinkers, are you, man? Come on.
they're just blurry. They're just blurry. So we
Yeah,
had
what if
good
they're just
pictures the
blurry?
whole
And we got
time.
good
They've
pictures.
been lying the whole time. Put my hat backwards. Help
There
me
you
think.
go.
Who said it was fake? Is that the new brew? Cheers.
Lexi.
What are we doing? Who's
Come on,
snort
baby.
laughing?
I don't know.
Yeah,
Jason's
Fly
walking around
wants us to
talking
let
about
Jason
underwear.
know he smells good. In
You
his
smell
underwear.
good, Jason. In your underwear. But yeah, we're talking to you. I wouldn't know how to
Hey,
respond
my
to that
son
either.
needed some underwear and stuff for church tomorrow. So
There you
if
go.
y'all are talking about me, I was trying to not think y'all heard that, but anyway, he's 13. So I'm sorry because I accidentally cut out. I hit the wrong thing because I was trying to look at the chat too while we were all talking. But I guess, I don't know. Anyway, I messed up. But
Okay.
anyway, I was getting him some clothes. But at 13, he can fit in my clothes. So, and I'm not a big guy at this point. When I was sick, I was down to 190 pounds. I was up to 165 or 60 pounds at work. So, but that a lot of that has to do with the health issues. So I'm sorry, but I didn't want to make it about anything about me.
Well, I think Fly Crew said something about sniffing your underwear. That's why we brought it up.
Hey, my dogs eat it, believe it or not, because of some of my health issues, and it's ridiculous. It's sick. I know y'all don't want to hear about it, but we're all animal lovers. And I remember when I left, I was trying to compliment the beautiful lady about her hair.
Thank you.
I would rather take it back to that instead of my
I'll take it.
My family, I would rather bring it back to that. And anyway, and you know what? Hey, Gutter Girl, I wanted to say, but because my phone was broke, I guessed Alaska, by the way.
You did?
When you were on your trip, especially when I saw and I've traveled around a lot, but never up to there. But I want to say, I guess, or, thought about Alaska because it was so beautiful, Yankee, I hope, everybody's okay with me talking about it. And I know it's been a while, but I hope, but yes.
Yeah, it was
and
fun.
Of course.
It's gorgeous. It's absolutely the scenery is like, there ain't a bad picture you can take in Alaska.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And I've traveled all over the United States, even, California being the anti-gun that they are. I lived in the valley where, they called it the land of the fruits and the nuts because literally of all the, gardening and, and whatnot. But when I looked outside the apartment window I had, there was mountains on both sides, and it was absolutely beautiful, absolutely beautiful. But I lived in Central Valley, so I got paid about the same as I do in Florida because you were outside the cities, but it was absolutely amazing. Farm country, almond trees, walnut trees, just everything in between. And that was over 20 years ago. I mean, it was a long time ago before I had my kids. So, anyway, so imagine being in Alaska, and I've been to Seattle. So that's as far north. But anyway, I don't want to hold y'all up from talking about stuff, but I just want to tell you, I
All right.
thought about Alaska, and that was beautiful. The pictures, I just haven't had the chance to tell you.
Walnut, walnut, walnut.
Hey, Yankee, can I tell y'all a story about walnut trees?
No, brother, you
That
never
I
told me
learned?
a story. No, go ahead. Tell me about walnut trees.
Okay, look, high-end cars like Jaguars, Lamborghinis, and all this, correct? They have the wood paneling.
Yep.
Okay, it's called veneer. I'm sure you know this. But when I was in California, and again, it was over 20 years ago, they used to actually steal it's like a disease to the walnut trees. So they're like an onion at the base of the
it's
tree.
a burl.
Right, a burl. Okay, so you know what I'm talking about.
I absolutely do.
And
yeah, man, those things would cost a lot of money if you get one.
Exactly. And they would literally steal them, but that got to the point where you had to prove where you got it from. Okay, so yeah, you know exactly what I'm talking about. I mean, other people may not, because the swirl in the tree growth in the texture was so beautiful, and then yes, so you know exactly what I'm talking about, but. And those things were beautiful, when you would see it, and worth a crap ton of money, obviously. And so, it was to the point, over 20 years ago that they were stealing them. So you had to prove where you got it from and all that. So,
and
anyway.
I bet that was hurting the trees too.
Well, of course. Well, they had to cut them down to steal the root ball, basically, is what it was. But yes, sir. Yeah, the burl, and to put in high-end cars. And anyway, so enough about me. Y'all get back to talking about what you're talking about.
I don't know what I was talking. What are we talking about?
I don't know, but hey, I love anything y'all are talking about, and I hate that I haven't been a part of it for a while due to my phone being broke and in the hospital and stuff. Bobby, what are you doing? Or Miss Gooder Girl, what you got going on? What are we talking about tonight?
Right now, I'm sitting here looking at Amanda's comment that said she breeds snakes. That's just wrong, Amanda. While you're breeding them, I just want you to know that I'm
killing them,
making sure there ain't as many on this side, just so you know. Everyone I see, man, his ass is going down. I will chop that fucker up in 100 pieces.
I ain't got no room in here. Unless I take them myself.
What do you mean?
I'm muted.
No, you're not.
Now I'm not. All right. Well, what did y'all cover so far today? I was in and out.
Dude, I don't even know what we talked about.
Because there's a lot that's been going on since we were last together.
Since last Tuesday.
And even, yeah. And I think my YouTube ban is up just in time for me not to have internet. But the internet ban was about me talking about the election of the year that we shall not speak of. And then comes out today that the AP is reporting that the Dominion machines are vulnerable to hacking in a bunch of states. So now they're admitting Now they're admitting it just ahead of the midterms in case that red wave comes through. Now they're going to claim election fraud again. Get ready for it.
Well, you know, here in Oregon, there's been a bunch of Democrats that are pissed off, and because of the voting, the mail-in ballots, and the this and the that right now. That tells me that the vote we just had, yeah, I believe that it probably changed a few colors to the red color, and they're pissed about it. So now there's some voting issues.
Yeah, it's only voting issues when we win. You know,
Guys,
Well, and from what
Fuck all
I've
that shit.
heard,
fuck all that
guys,
shit.
I
Guys,
don't, I
screw all
don't mean
that.
to interrupt.
Buy
but
guns. Buy guns. Buy guns.
Yeah, no doubt.
yeah. Did
Hey,
you see
from-
my Facebook after the whole fucking thing with Texas?
No.
I started putting up deals.
Oh, yeah.
I got called cold-hearted by so many people, and I was like, "You motherfuckers!
You mean fella?
You were yelling about gun control before the incident was even over. So why did I jump on to buy guns? Because you jumped on to take guns right away, you know." And then after a little whiles of back and forths and comments, even the people were like, "You know what? We should get guns. There should be guns. There should be armed teachers." And they've been yelling, "Take the guns," which they'll never
That's
accomplish.
my boy.
It doesn't change anything. You could yell, "Take the guns" all you want until you put officers in the school that are going to actually fucking respond when kids are being killed. Nothing's
Or
going to
be
change.
there, or be there, Bobby. You know, gotta be
Yeah.
there.
What's up with that? First he engaged with the guy, then he wasn't even there. We've been getting lied to the whole time about this shit.
Like everything else, you know.
And did you hear there was a piece of interesting news about Buffalo? One of the officers that was slain in Buffalo was working on a water engine that runs on water. What happened to the last guy that made an engine that ran on water?
He's dead. Disappeared.
Yeah. He just disappeared.
Yeah.
There's a rabbit hole for you guys to go down. I forget
Yeah.
his name. Aaron. I think it was something like Aaron.
China's got one that
But he was one of the ones killed. And they only charged that guy with one count of murder in the first degree. One count.
Huh.
runs off of
That's weird. They say it encompasses all 10, but if you want to put someone away forever, you put all 10 charges.
I would
Charge them
imagine.
out the ass. You know?
Yeah. I don't know. Everything is I am just so I'm hitting the head with news, and it's like, oh, really? Oh, wow. Oh, okay. Oh, wow. My shoe's untied. I don't know what the
What's
fuck
what
I'm
Amanda
doing.
said?
I'm gonna laugh, Yankee. I'm sorry for interrupting. I'm gonna laugh when you say I got hit in the head. I mean, you know, it's the whole Rick bald thing. So, you know, I just wanted to. I hope I
totally
make you
bald.
laugh. I hope I make you laugh. That's
Sure,
what it's
man.
all about.
Absolutely.
But you
Look
got
at
a
Amanda
beard. Hey, but
I'm
you got a
trying to do-
beard, boss. That is like, you know, amazing.
Thanks, man.
Look what Amanda said.
Our condolences to your friend, Amanda.
Look and live in Texas. Even one of the people who work at my company lost her sister, a teacher, in that shooting. And don't get me started on Oklahoma and their new bill that makes abortion illegal at conception. That's pretty what. Who the
Man.
hell's breathing on a phone?
There might be a breeze where I am. You know,
Oh, it's-
mute my mic.
It just sounds like, oh,
I got people conjugating.
there you go.
I'll hop back on in just a few if you guys are still
You're
around.
fine.
I have,
You're fine. Don't worry about it.
you know,
Okay, what else we got?
there's a whole bunch, man. I mean, it's growing season. Everybody got their gardens going, or what?
Unfortunately,
You're gonna need
no.
How about this
No.
baby formula shortage? Did we talk about that last week?
Hey,
I mean,
hey.
what?
My daughter just texted me and said she got the on-point credit union job. So I got to take this call, but everybody congratulate her. Woohoo!
Congratulations.
It's like me.
Congratulations.
Congratulations! That's great. Baby formula. You mean the shit we're buying it from fucking Mexico?
Yeah,
Yeah, that-
hey,
We're buying it
Yeah,
from Mexico.
Bypass all
And
the
like-
safety regulations.
and Yankee, just like you said, we're buying it from other countries, even though I guess technically, like Rick said, it's illegal. Or I think Rick said, but either way, I've listened to so much news. It's illegal, but yet they're shipping, obviously crates of it to the border.
Yep. Pallets.
Pallets. Yes, that's what I meant to say. Yep.
Dude, we're shipping formula to the border, then buying formula over the border in Mexico to bring back to the United States.
Right.
Yep. Sounds a lot like what they do with oil.
Exactly. You're right,
Yeah.
Bobby. You're right.
Hey, how about this new monkeypox? You all getting your monkeypox jab?
Man, hey, if I was gay, I'm not, but if I was gay, you can't talk about that to me, sirs. I mean, but you can't talk to me about that. It's only spread, and what have we had? Only a handful of people
That's
that, caught it, I guess, but it's the new COVID, I guess. That they can't have COVID because it's a 2022 election year, which y'all already know.
But did you hear about the exercise they did last year?
No, sir.
The monkeypox exercise.
Yeah, remember?
You know who supposedly
Remember?
Go ahead. No, I was just gonna say someone I watch on YouTube was talking about that today, as a matter of fact, and because he was factually accurate about that on the Instagram, they went to his Facebook page, and then they said first they said what he said on Instagram was factually inaccurate, so he just went back and said basically, how's it inaccurate when this is what they said about it, about having the exercise. Then they went to his Facebook page, and because he said they did the exercise to practice for monkeypox, they said that was factually inaccurate. And he said, how is that factually inaccurate when that's what they said they did? So they said, okay. And they started going through the comments in his Facebook and said, well, somebody said in your fucking comments, blah, blah, blah. So therefore, we're taking your post down for false information on both of his things. Is that fucked up or what?
You know what I did for it? This is what I did. I just posted the fucking link and the text from the exercise and left it for the world to see.
There you go.
They did the same thing with Event 201. So what I did was I put out the John Hopkins to Event 201. I said, remember when they exercised for the coronavirus before it hit? Now here's the one from last year that they did a simulation of a monkeypox outbreak. And Bill Gates was talking about a monkeypox outbreak. And now we got a fucking monkeypox outbreak. And I put the link to it. So this way they can't. I'm banned on Facebook again, of course, because they said on one that I put a comment up that incites violence, which, okay, the comment fairly did. It was a joke, but you can't joke about certain things.
You can't do that.
Because we were talking about rape and meth heads. So I was doing the I Got High song, and it was like, I was going to rape someone, but then I found meth. And they were like, you can't fucking say that shit. So that one I understood. But my other Facebook account, I got a battle with the two of them. They just said, in order to avoid misuse, we have restricted your features to post, comment, or react. So that account, I didn't even breach any community guidelines. But what I was putting up were the exercise, the creation of COVID in the lab, all of the lab fucking the papers and shit. I started putting it all out there. And then I put up all the shit about the Texas shooting and stuff, and all the gun ads. And they're just like, oh, yeah, I guess I'm misusing Facebook for getting the truth out there,
Hey, Bobby. My name, my screen name on here is my actual name and my Facebook. If you need me to post as well to help get the information out, because I barely use it anyway. I mean,
I'll
seriously.
get you banned real quick.
But if you want to send me, because I can barely spell your last name, brother. But Jason Pack, PACK, like a pack of gum. But if you want to send me any links, just send me a friend request, and I'll be glad to support. Whatever's going on. Because y'all are way more informed than me. I just don't have the time. I mean, Yankee, Gutter, all of you. Y'all are way more informed than I am. But I listen to Rick and other people like Steven Crowder because I know they do their research.
Right.
Hey, buddy.
So that being said, but if you need me to, if they're shutting your Facebook page down, I don't even need mine. I mean,
I appreciate you.
you understand what I'm
So,
saying.
yeah.
So whatever to get the message out, I'll help.
I
Because
appreciate
I
you.
know y'all are a lot more active than I am.
Oh, pew pew. Okay, pew
Is
pew.
Pew Pew
back.
is Pew
Pew's
Pew
back.
here?
Pew Pew is back.
You're gonna go bang bang if you start your shit. Let me just tell you right now, because I am
Oh,
not.
did y'all ban him too?
Well, when did
no.
Pew Pew must have got hacked because suddenly he turned into like a troll. Pew Pew
Oh,
used to be in all the
exactly.
conversation. And I don't
Yeah,
know what
agree.
happened.
I don't give a fuck. But he ain't doing that shit tonight. I'm telling
Yeah,
you right
I agree. I agree, Bobby. I know exactly what you're saying and Rick let it go for a while. He let it go on his lives for quite a while, Pew Pew. So maybe he got hacked.
now.
I don't
It
know.
wasn't free speech. You were just being a fucking dumbass. Don't do that shit
See,
if you want to
I
stay on.
I
Jason
knew,
got
Gutter
fucked.
Girl. I knew you was because he was saying some dumbass stuff. I agree.
Give
Because he
yourself
was
a good
good
washing
for
for
a
me,
long
Nettie.
time. He was on the channel for a long time. And then all of a sudden he turned
Yeah,
like,
you can. I mean, you can go ahead and disagree or whatever, but you're not just gonna come here and spam the fuck out of us. So don't do that shit because I
I'm
will
not gonna.
become unpunted on you in a very quick. It won't take very long. See, I'm already getting there. So don't do that,
Guys, Nettie's going to take a shower. Can we pay attention to that,
Nettie.
you
please?
don't love me. You don't
Nettie's
love me.
gonna shower.
I'm gonna go. I
Y'all
want to
don't
see
love
Nettie
me.
shower.
Wait, let's go
Can you
back
bring
to
us
I'm
in,
on
Nettie?
live. I'm becoming a movie star here.
Jason. Can you mute your thing when you're talking to
No,
somebody else?
I'm going, my sons. I'm sorry. Yes, I can. Yes, I can.
Thank you.
I'm actually going in the other room because the sons just came in. So
I was
I'll be.
supposed to. Rick took it as long as he did. I was surprised. Yeah, I know. Me too, Wasp. Never claimed to be a genius. We never ask you to be a genius. We just don't want you to spam the fuck out of our channel, okay? That's all. So, I mean, I don't know how much clearer I can make that to you. So,
And Rick's channel.
I don't give a fuck. That's Rick's deal. I'm
No,
talking
I
about
know,
Rick.
but I'm just saying that we
Care
all
about Rick.
kind of
There's
met
no Rick Moore
there.
on your ass. No, fuck. Rick ain't got nothing on what kind of psycho bitch I'll go. He, nuh-uh.
I believe that.
I'll get my husband. We'll ask him.
No, hey, that would. You know what? By the way, if you don't mind me saying, the picture of you and him on the airplane when we were all trying to figure out where in the world you were going, that was a good picture of y'all. So just saying, because you always speak of your significant other, but
Oh, yeah.
I remember it's been a while, but I remember because I was watching, that, you're like, obviously we have a surprise and this and that. So I just wanted to compliment you and your husband. That was a good, picture that I remember of you and him both. And I'm guessing he was okay with it. But but either way, even if he wasn't, I'm sure you rule the roost at some point or another.
Oh.
But it's always give and take. So anyway, I'm gonna shut up now so we can get
No, you
back. But
won't.
I just remembered that and I wanted to tell you that.
Well, thank you. Rick is a common denominator in bringing us all together. He sure is. And he should be here right now. And I wouldn't have to talk shit about him. But since he ain't here, it means he gets shit talked about him. That's how it is.
No,
And
hey,
he
it's okay.
nothing about it because he ain't here to say anything about it. So that's how that
Oh.
rolls.
I get it. I get it. That's definitely for sure.
So my audio is very low.
Your audio is really low, Yank.
I don't know what to do about that.
Well, actually, I think it might be louder now.
Yeah, you sound good now.
Okay.
I'm in a
If I'm
clip.
back here, can you still hear me well? Does the
Well-
distance make a difference?
Yeah, I think
Not
it
much. I still, well, a little bit, but I still hear you.
Okay.
Yeah. You
I'm on
sound
my-
like this
your
is busting my
girlfriend,
back.
Bobby.
Yeah.
I
Sit
sound
back.
like a wife. You sound like a girlfriend, Bobby. I'm like, yeah, you sound way far out there. You're like, oh no, it's all right.
Those pants look great on you.
Sorry, I had to
Thanks.
laugh at that. Good girl.
Appreciate it.
Hey, Bobby, I didn't say I agreed with what you said, but I had to laugh at that.
I'm not
Thank
offended.
you, Wasp.
Well-
Speak louder, Pew Pew said.
Hey, quick question. How is Wasp doing? Because I know she hasn't come on or that I can remember lately. And I know, at one point she had lost her neighbor and all that. And that's been a while. But I know she was on. She's on.
We're
but
not
because-
talking about nothing sad or any of that shit, Jason.
No.
'cause
I'm
that's-
saying in the chat. Because when you're online, you can't really see the chat or that I know of.
want to talk about
I was
that.
just wondering, and I just want to tell her, hey, how you doing? And, whatever.
Right. No, that wasn't really what you said, but okay.
So
I
there's
gotta-
two
I gotta-
two
Go ahead.
trannies were blowing Jolly Ranchers across the room from their
Thank you.
tuchus.
I got a question. Amanda says she's ready for shot number 6. Wait, I mean number
Holy
2.
shit, Anna!
I
Whoa!
mean, she means number 2. I'm just wondering,
stick a
by
straw
any
in the
chance,
bottle.
is it tequila and does it make your
Okay.
clothes fall off?
I'll
Oh,
take
boy.
a shot with her myself, Amanda, but that's me. But I'm taking my boots off from work, so it has
Amanda,
to be a
how
second
many
or two.
fingers are you counting with? 'Cause I have a feeling you've lost count.
Just put a straw in the bottle and save yourself the effort. Just
That's right.
straw right in the fucking bottle.
Yeah, fuck the middleman.
You got more dishes to do,
I know I
Thanks,
do.
Fly. I appreciate that. The Fly is very considerate, and I appreciate that. My audio is fine at whatever distance.
Don't be
Don't be
hurting.
hurt.
That's
my
why I
back.
said to sit back. Sit back.
Oh, you got 2
Ah.
girlfriends tonight.
2 girlfriends. Look at that, Yank.
Look at you got 2 girlfriends.
Nice.
But with a boyfriend like Yank, we could go out to the bars and nobody would mess with us.
Hey,
Yeah,
especially with that beard, man.
I hate
Those
to
are
tell you,
handlebars.
if they see you guys
Exactly.
doing your desk
Look,
job,
it's hard to have the color in the middle, naturally. So,
it's
Yankee, hey.
gonna turn gray soon.
and I love I've watched a couple of other videos. I'm gonna give you some compliments, Yankee. The fact that you're no nonsense, you know what I mean? I'm
Thank you.
serious about that. I love, and you admit to that. You're no nonsense. You
Yeah, I don't-
you believe what you believe, and we're like-minded. I have a hard time. I'm nice most of the time. So when I say something to, people and call them out for their bullshit, they're like, well, why are you being so mean? And I'm like, because you're treating me like crap. I'm actually going through that at work. But, there are people in this world that can be like straight up, and I feel like you're one of those people, and Gutter Girl. And Bobby, all of us that can say what's on their mind on a regular basis.
Yes, sir.
and people are like, "Hey, that's what they do. That's who they are." But me, I'm too
Yeah, I'd
nice
have to
a lot of times over the years,
Okay,
and
I got
so when I do finally say something, they're like, "Why are you being an asshole?" Why?
There's right.
You,
Gutter's
you
got to say
understand
something.
kind of what I'm saying?
I do.
Right.
Hold on a sec. Gutter needs
Yeah.
to say something.
I'm muting it. Okay, I'm talking now. So I got some people to say hi to, and one of them is Blunt Man because he just came in.
Blunt
I
Man.
didn't get a chance to say hey, so I just want to make sure that we're going to say it. Chief, I didn't get to say hi to him.
What up, Chief? You
I
can't
thought
see
I'd
me.
seen another one here.
Feather,
Did I
not
see
Dot.
you?
I was gonna say I can get off.
Don't worry, Gigi.
Not on the stream, you can't.
Jealous. Gigi is just jealous. Yes, I am. About what? Wait, what am I jealous about?
Yeah, what are you jealous about?
I want to know. Come on,
About
Flyco.
Yank having 2 girlfriends.
Yank's got 2 girlfriends. And they do the desk job? Hell yeah. I'm fucking jealous. If they're down doing the desk job, he seems to be smiling an awful lot. And I don't. Like, I see Bobby right now, but I don't see
I'm on. I don't see Fly Crew. Where's Fly Crew?
Yeah. So I guess we know who's got desk job tonight, don't we, Austin?
Desk duty.
Hey.
Yeah,
I'm gonna leave. Love you guys.
Okay.
Good night.
Love you
Have a good one,
guys.
brother.
I'm gonna keep watching, but I mean, I'm gonna get off so other people can come on.
Okay.
All right.
Right on, brother. Peace. Thanks for coming. Be
It
well.
was great catching up, and I'll be here next week, obviously. But I'll get off, like I said, so y'all can, let other people on.
Okay.
All right. Good night.
All right, bye.
Good night, brother.
Chief. Cops can't shoot. Spray and spray. I think they call it. Yeah, no shit.
Chief said something about shooting in Chicago. I just saw a disturbing video out of Chicago where these kids were showing videos of their backpacks, and they must have had like 9 Glocks. Like it looked like the SMP pistol. It looked like an AK pistol. They're all just walking around with crazy guns in their backpacks.
Mm-hmm.
And the security guards standing over there, they're showing them off. This one kid opens his jacket and he's got what looks like an AR in his fucking waist. So don't tell me gun law.
I swear to God, I wish someone would do that to me. Because instantly, if they did that to me, taking it as a threat, and it's bang, and now I get their shit. Hey!
What's up?
What's up? What's going on?
What do you guys do? I just got out of the shower. I gotta go if my buddy calls him. He said he'd call like in 15 minutes, but if he calls, I'll have to go. But what are y'all doing?
Oh,
hanging out
bitching
Tuesday
about the
night,
world.
brother.
Cool.
Cheers, Rick.
Cheers. I'm drinking water tonight. I just got back from working on my tractor and I had dirty freaking crash and I jumped in the shower. Look at everybody's drinking. I'm the only pussy here.
Brother.
No, I'm drinking water. I just had some hops and rice fell into mine. That's all.
Rick, you have to see this.
I see the little girl hugging her pony. I hate everyone too. I love it. Great.
Bro, you've been doing a kick-ass job on that fucking Texas thing that happened.
Dude, that is just freaking pissing me. I can't believe the number of people still defending these guys.
I know.
It shows the bias. And then there's women and Biden and everybody, all these people. It's the gun's fault. We got to get. I'm like, it has nothing to do with the gun. I just don't get it.
Bro, how's this for fucking logic? I said this earlier. The only things in that whole fucking situation that actually worked and were expected the way they were work were the guns.
Guns, yep.
Everything else sucked. Yeah. And now what does everybody want to do? They want to ban the guns, sue the manufacturers, restrict the guns, but they did what they were supposed to do on both sides. They got the bad guy, and the bad guy unfortunately got a couple of kids, which is horrible. But the only
19 kids.
Worked,
I mean, that's
a lot of kids.
That's freaking crazy, dude. I mean, that's like, I mean, cops will shoot 100 rounds and miss the dude like freaking 98 times. This dude goes in and fuck. But if he had all the rounds he had, why was there anybody living? They left him in there for an hour. How did anybody live?
Right.
I mean,
Right.
somebody made a
windows
comment.
on the whole side of the room. There was windows on the whole side of one room.
Yeah, you know, I haven't seen a really good picture of that yet, but from the diagrams and a couple things posted, it does look like there's all back windows on the back.
Yep. So I don't know.
Somebody made a great comment that there was a pack of sheep or a herd of sheep, and the wolf was killing them, and he was using his teeth. So all the sheep voted remove their teeth, and the wolf killed all the sheep. I'm like, no shit. That's exactly the logic. They do something with guns. I need to give up my gun. Really?
Yep.
Crazy.
I'm telling everybody, go buy guns now. You got Joe Biden talking about 9mm blowing lungs out of people. Then you got Justin Trudeau talking about banning handguns in Canada.
Yeah.
I don't think he's talking about it. I thought it was like done.
Yeah,
maybe it is.
And once that's signed into law, they're freezing all handguns.
Fuckers.
Dude. I got that one video that I showed where they were like crushing all those guns in Australia when they and it was just so sad to see piles and piles of great guns just being destroyed. And I'm just like, man, government loves that shit. When they can destroy the people's guns, they're like, yeah.
Yeah.
And I've been seeing a lot of comments from people in other countries saying, oh, well, we gave up our guns and we haven't had mass shootings since. And I'm like, well, then tell me how the U.S. ranks 11th in mass shootings per capita. You know what I mean?
They don't have mass shootings. They got people blowing themselves up, cutting knives, running over people, throwing acid on people, subway bombings. I mean, that's all bullshit. I mean,
yeah. Didn't the UK start a whole turn in your knife thing because knife crime went through the fucking roof?
Yeah,
I thought they were talking about it. I don't know if they.
Sadiq Khan there, the mayor of London.
They had like drop boxes to turn in your knives. No one needs to carry a knife or some shit. As soon as they could just ban rocks. No one needs an assault rock. No one, you know what? Just cut their hands off at birth. No one needs assault hands. You know. It's
so sad that so many people buy into that. And no offense, Gutter, but a lot of them are women because they just play on the, we want to keep your kids safe. And then the mom comes out and is like, okay, whatever to keep my child safe, I'm for. And I'm like, no, don't do that. You're ruining.
Yep.
You're ruining.
I totally agree.
Most of them are the people that were just protesting to be able to have abortions. You know, it's my right to kill a kid after birth, but now we got to save the fucking kids. And these are the same people that were my body, my choice until the jab came out and they wanted to arrest the unvaccinated. There's no consistency, you know, and you're not going to get all the guns by tomorrow. So you have to do something now to harden the targets in schools. Lock the fucking doors, put in officers, arm the fucking, I mean, I'll be honest. Everyone says arm the teachers. I think half these teachers need to be vetted because the ones using kids as therapists, they'd probably end up shooting the kids themselves.
They're freaking all left-wing anti-gun. Yeah. They don't want freaking guns.
Yeah.
Yeah. We
teaching all that.
How about
White House
arm my grandkids? How about we just do that? Because I would have more faith in them being able to handle it because they have actually been trained than I would those lefties in those schools. I would not trust those people. I don't even trust him with my granddaughter, let alone give him a fucking firearm. Hell no.
You know, with texting and alarms, and you can hit a button. I mean, on your phone, they've got apps that if you hit the button, it notifies all these certain people. They could set that up at school to notify every freaking parent something's going on. Get here, and you would have an army there in freaking minutes.
Yep.
You know, the police.
Well, it turned into a war between parents and police. What the fuck was that?
Yeah.
You know, that when I heard that, I could not. I was beside
myself. That they got to control the crime scene. I'm like, dude.
Oh man, no way.
It's just so. It's like, hey, we got to put you on the train. It's for your safety.
But
now, Rick,
I wouldn't have been at the front of the school where all of those guys. I'd have went around the back side.
Exactly.
I'd have snuck in the fucking door, and I wouldn't have just got my kids out, though. I will guarantee you, I'd have been chucking kids out the fucking window or whatever to get them out of there. There's no way I would have stood there fighting with the cops.
Hang on, bud.
I'd have been around the other side in a
Yeah, I
heartbeat.
agree. I gotta take this call. Y'all
Yeah,
have a
man.
good one. I'm out.
Thanks, brother. Thank you for coming.
All right,
See
bro.
y'all.
See ya.
That was cool. He dropped in. I guess he got tired
Absolutely.
of us always talking shit.
Well, that's
Yeah,
cool, man.
there you go.
Thank
See?
you for stopping in, Rick. I did want to get I didn't get a chance to watch all of his videos on this yet because of the internet, but has he given his opinion on what we should do to prevent school shootings yet?
Well, see, right now, okay, no. In a word,
I
short,
was
no.
going to ask him because from his background, tactics knowledge and stuff, what he thinks personally should be
What
done.
he thinks, what should have been done, yes.
Or what should be done from here on out?
Okay, no, he
prevent it?
hasn't gotten there
He
yet, and
hasn't,
that's one
right?
of the things. Like it's too bad he had to leave, and I wanted to get into it with him a little bit. Was that him and another guy that I follow have had a little bit of a back and forth, right?
Officer Tatum?
Yes. Okay.
Yeah,
now
I
they both.
listen to his show on the radio. Sometimes I'm like, all right, and then the rest of the time I'm fucking yelling at him.
Yeah, me too. Same
Yeah.
same thing. I let Rick know, or I was one of the people that let Rick know, hey man, you got to listen to what Tatum's saying because he's saying completely different stuff than you, and he's kind of like kissing the boot.
Yeah.
Apparently, Rick heard it from a bunch of other people as well, and went and watched his thing, and then made a video comment back about it. I don't want to see those two guys go celebrity fucking battle, right? I don't want to see that. I want to see those two guys because they both have experience. Start to build something on YouTube with other people maybe who have experience and figure out what we could fucking do.
Oh wait,
to
you don't
mitigate this
Tatum
shit.
was fine?
Ta-
You think he was
What's that?
fine with his view? You think Tatum's view was? I mean, I thought he totally fucking went bootlicker through all of that.
No, I don't. No. I know that Tatum is usually a bootlicker, and I know that he was there. But he did make the one comment that kind of stuck with me was that the first two cops that ran in to engage, if that dude ran into the schoolrooms and locked and closed the doors, technically, what are those two cops, if they don't have equipment, supposed to do? I understand when Rick says keep them occupied, fire through the door, keep the attention at you versus the kids. I get that. But literally they can't just run through a fucking wall, or a door. They can't. So I understood up until that part. The rest of it, 19 of them in the hallway, man, you get 4 guys in a line and bang a door, you're gonna go through it. You know what I mean? But cops don't want to get boo-boos. They don't want to get punches in the nose.
Didn't one of the kids say that the 18-year-old had shot through the door?
Yes, I'm sure he did.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
I'm sure he
I
did.
heard that.
cops are gonna sit outside the fucking door waiting for a key? They waited for a
I
key,
get
gang.
No, you're misunderstanding me. The only part that I agree with Tatum on was a very short period of time.
The
When
first
they first, they're like, oh fuck the door, and they try. I can't get through the door. There's only 2 cops there.
You need a battering ram.
Second should have been bang, 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 bang. There, the fucking door's open, and now I'm on their ass. So I don't understand which part it is.
Well, part of it is you don't know what's like the
On the other
18-year-old
side
knows
of
there
the
aren't
door.
kids on the other side of the door, nor does he care.
just
Cops
switched
do
to
have to
the
care a
door.
little bit when they
Well,
start unloading. If they were
I
to
work-
try and shoot the lock out or whatever.
I work construction in schools. Those are solid fire doors.
Yeah.
It's not like kicking through a front door. The frames are solid steel cemented in, and it's
Right.
solid
And
hard
that
wood.
kid just
You have
shot
to
through.
shoot.
So what's the
Yeah.
difference between that kid shooting through it or the cop shooting through it?
One's a
Two
rifle, one's a pistol.
And there's kids on one side of it. But
One's a rifle, one's a pistol.
why
and
not
there's
go to
kids
the
on other
fucking
side.
windows? Why not go to the fucking
That's what I'm
windows?
saying.
Yeah.
So that all
Windows.
could have been avoided. There's two
When you
ways into the room.
What if glass
And they fucking
kids would be alive?
behind them. They were right fucking there. This wasn't 20 minutes later. They were there.
They knew
Yeah.
he went into fucking school. Why didn't they go with him?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
The guy had a head start on him.
Yeah. Oh well.
That
now,
was my
let me
first
hear.
question. Why did they follow him in?
Has this been debunked? Because I heard he was shooting outside of the school for like 12 minutes.
There is
There's
an
been
extended
such
amount of time.
information. Has that stood up to be true?
There is an extended period of time from when he crashed his truck, shot at the individuals that were across the street at a funeral home, ended up on school property, shot at the car at the school property, then ran into the building. That is an amount of time that I believe is somewhere around 10 to 12 minutes.
Yeah. And then,
But I believe the cops
Already
showed up.
there.
Yes, I believe cops showed up somewhere in the shooting at the building, which caused him to run in the building. They were a little behind him. He ran into the school
right into
classroom
the school.
and closed the door.
Now, is the
They were
teacher being
all
held
over
liable for
on the
chucking the
other
door
side.
open?
Wait a minute. I don't got a what?
So, and he shuts the door, and the cops' thoughts are, oh, there might be kids on the other side. He has just shot everybody. If you don't think he shot the kids on the other side of that fucking door, you're crazy. But if you can at least get to him and shoot him down before he gets
How
to
do you
the rest
get
of
through
kids,
the door, Gutter? That's what I'm trying to say. How do you get through the door?
You gotta breach
There's
it by
only
the
two
doorknob.
blocks.
already shot. He shot through a door.
Fireman.
Yeah.
That's, okay, shooting through
Why
a
couldn't
door.
they?
Shooting through a door is one thing. Hitting what you're shooting at that you don't know where it is on the other side of the door in a room is a
What?
different thing.
They watched him walk through the door, and he had just
It
shot
was
people.
It was
They
locked
watched him go through the door.
and
They should
closed
have
it
got him
and locked
before
it.
he went through.
Well, in the best scenario,
go.
they could have shot
They
around the
should've
doorknob
never
plate
let him enter
There-
the
and
school.
kicked it.
Their response time was horrendous. They should have got
I
him
agree.
before he went into the door.
I agree. I
They
agree.
chased him into
They
the
didn't have it
school.
on
All I'm saying is
They
for the
just went
first
running in.
couple
Which-
minutes,
the
the
first
first
2
couple minutes, if the cops weren't like right on that guy's ass and you watch the video, he ran in the school. There was no cop right on his ass. So he got, and if you look at the map, it was in the door, short period, took a right and went in a classroom, the first one.
Okay.
Closed
Okay,
the
so
door,
then-
locked it. Now I
scenario.
don't know what happens from there out. I don't know. All I know
Here's
is
the
there's two
scenario.
cops.
Okay, here's the scenario that you're saying is he runs through the door. The cops are chasing him. They're in, like, they're they're not that far behind him, dude. They chased him into the fucking school. So
I didn't see it
once
on
he's
video.
behind the door,
Outside with the gun.
he's already shot people outside. Do you think he hasn't shot the people that are on the other side of that door
I
already?
had no fucking idea.
The gun is going off. They hear the shots. They hear the
Yeah.
fucking
That's no. Those are other rooms from the outside. He was shooting in through the windows from the outside. The first shots at the school, he was running and shooting at the school from the outside through windows, and then he ran in the building and in totally different
Have you
room
watched
ran
every
in.
one of the videos that Rick's done? Because I'm telling you that they sat outside and listened to the fucking
Yeah.
kid
I'm
shooting
not saying they
inside the
didn't.
school.
No, yeah, that was the 40 minutes after what he's talking about, the initial when, because the teacher chucked the door open, and when he went running through, that door shut behind him.
Why was he
And
standing
once
outside?
they were able to get into the school, the classroom door was already shut. So in those first initial minutes, what Yank is saying, they would have had to start shooting around the doorknob plate of the door and then kick it in. But by then, that's when they already got, by the time they got up to that point, they already had stand down orders. That's when they already got, by the time they got up to that point, they already had stand down.
basically
Someone's
what
got
I
a
said. I'm
feedback.
saying it's a very small window of time where I am willing to cut the cops a little bit of slack and say they didn't have any options at that point. But once people started showing up, or once they thought the guys held up in a room, they should have started making plans versus just sitting there and doing nothing. They should have been
Yeah, you
putting
don't wait.
rounds
You just
and trying
breach.
to
You
draw
just fucking
attention.
go in. I have a couple of cop buddies that was saying, yeah, you just go in. You don't wait for backup. You don't wait for nothing. There's kids being slaughtered. You go in.
It
I think
depends.
it just-
School
I think
doors,
it-
I believe, open out. You can't kick
Hi,
a
Lee.
door in.
I'm
that
gonna mute.
opens
I'm
out.
going inside real quick.
Okay.
I think it just comes down
I'm not
to-
trying to make excuses for anybody. I'm saying that these are things we must think of. I think the doors open out to the classrooms, so when he closed the door, you can't kick in a door that opens out. You need to actually pry that door open, and if you don't have a
Yeah.
tool for that, you're not going to open one of them fucking steel school doors. You're not gonna. It's a
The
fire
tool
door.
was a key. They waited for a
Yes.
fucking key.
Yeah,
I
that's
agree. I
pathetic.
agree with you.
That's fucking
that was
pathetic.
horrible.
Where was the fucking janitor? He was
That's
probably
the
hiding under a
fucking tool.
bucket somewhere.
Bullshit. The whole thing is a load of horse shit. I
Get him.
I can't believe I missed Rick. I'm like, my doctors just left 2 seconds ago. And I'm like, okay, bye. I gotta go. I want to talk to my friends, whatever. And of course, whatever. But I'm in any event. You guys
Amanda, you should come out to Babylon.
No.
What?
No. Oh, just real
Why
quick.
did you have
I wanted-
doctors at the
Amanda.
house? Are you okay?
Hi. I wanted to say one thing and then I'm gonna jump off.
Okay, sure.
I know it's related to this. Once the shooting happened, I know someone that is a gunsmith. Well, her husband, he does all things guns. They teach their kids about guns. They have little girls and gun safety, all the things. She's out now looking for plates for the backpacks. For every kid that she knows, she's getting a plate for their backpacks. That's sad.
Very, very sad. Yes.
And
Yeah.
it's such bullshit that this is what we have to do. Like, is this going to be a part of the school supply list now? Like, you know what I mean? They have locks that are made for these school doors that they like practically bolt in. Nobody can come in. And you know, I truly believe that the response time was way off, and if they were just a little bit sooner, a lot could have been avoided.
I believe if they were more aggressive, a lot could have been avoided as well.
That too,
if
yeah.
they were more aggressive in keeping the focus on them and keeping those rounds from the bad guy coming out of that room through the door at them, wherever the fuck they were within that hallway, that would have been the best bet. Coming through the windows at them from shooting inside the windows would have been much better than allowing him to just walk around and look at kids and think maybe I'll shoot this one, maybe I'll shoot that one.
He
I
had
mean,
too
that's
much
bullshit.
time to roam.
Yes. I agree.
Even if you're afraid of shooting children, you can shoot up at the top. You can shoot up at the top of the window to where it breaks, and then use your arm, because most of them have like long sleeves, and like break the rest out. Just shoot every single window that there is and tell kids evacuate.
Yes.
That would have been much better than what the fuck that they did.
I believe that if Rick was here, he would agree with me that velocity has a lot to do with the way the bullet's going to react if it hits a very solid door. A pistol round is quick, but especially 9mm, it's faster than a 45, but it doesn't have a lot of mass.
They didn't
If
just
this
all
thing
have
hits,
pistols.
Even that initial break, you can break the rest with your arm. And I whenever this all happened, I looked it up on. If you look up the school on Google Maps, you can look at it from the street view, and it's a very old school building, meaning like it was probably built a long time ago. Old school windows. Probably hasn't had any updates since the time that it was built.
Oh.
But sorry, that like went off for a minute. But old school windows, they could have shot the top of the window and broke it out with the rest of their arm and told kids just jump out. Like, I don't care if it's a preschooler or a kindergartner, throw those kids out. Even if they break an arm, it's better than them being dead, right? You could find each window and shot that shit out. And that's like the type
They didn't even
do
do they didn't even try any of that shit. That's
no, exactly.
No,
And
they stood for a fucking hour because of officer safety.
They're fucking guns up their asses. They were doing shit all. No, thank you.
Well, and
I agree.
like I said, I'm thinking about the school that my kids are in. Like, before you can even enter the building, you have to ring a doorbell, and you're in eyesight of the secretary. And I had someone make a comment, well, like, if you can hide your gun. You can't hide a rifle in a jacket like that. You have to literally ring. In my children's school, you have to ring a doorbell, and then they let you in, and there's like a first lobby, and then they have to unclick to let you into where like the secretary is, and then you can't even act, like, if I wanted to leave that area to go into like the hallways, it's locked and they have to like push a button. You can't tell me that they don't have an emergency button. So at least at that point they could alert police off. And it's a newer school building. I'll give them that.
This is why I was asking. Is that fucking teacher that chucked that fucking door open being held liable?
Well,
because that was a breach of safety protocol.
Prison.
I think she was. So I used to work in a preschool, and that's what I was going to say is, whenever I used to work in a preschool, now
he wouldn't have gotten in.
Like they would do
Right.
active shooter drills, and there was a certain alarm, and they would let you know ahead of time, like that we're going to sound this alarm. It has a certain alarm. We're going to do an active shooter drill. And at the time of my first drill, I think I had like 1.5-year-olds. So just go ahead and picture this. And our duty was to gather like 12 1.5-year-olds with your emergency backpack, put them in a bathroom, lock the door, and then tell them to be quiet. Now, I don't know about you, but telling 1.5-year-old to be quiet, much less 12, is like nearly impossible.
Ain't gonna happen.
Yeah.
It's not gonna happen. So I was like, we're sitting ducks. Like, this is fucking stupid. And I asked, after this whole incident, I asked my son, who he's turning 10 next month. So this has really affected me. Like, he's turning 10 June 21st. And I said, hey, do you guys do active shooter drills? And he was like, what's that? And I was like, fuck.
Well,
so I
don't
have that conversation with him of, if this happens, this is what you do. And my youngest one is 6, and I really think he's too young to have that conversation, because all it would do is like instill fear. But I had to tell him, like, you don't try to defend yourself, you don't try to help, you hide, you shut the fuck up, or you like hide in a bathroom. Like, this is, I had to walk through all of that with him, and it's fucking stupid. And then just one other thing I wanted to add, in one of Rick's either last or his one before the last videos, he was like, every parent who's sitting here saying that they're outraged, I guarantee they took their kid to school the next day. So at the time of the shooting, my kids had 2 more days of school. So I was one of those parents that had to take my kid back to school. Now, it's the end of the year, so it's a little bit different when I'm saying this, but it's very easy to say, don't turn your kids over to government. Don't take your kids to school because you're making them a liability, or you're doing this, and that. But here's the thing. If you don't take your kids to school, then you're going to get truancy charges. Then you're going to go to court. Then you're susceptible to CPS charges and having your kids taken away from you, or you going to jail. And then if you go to jail, then CPS. What?
That's not true anymore.
Oh no, in Texas we still have truancy.
Kid, and you do not have.
Hold on, you're breaking up.
Hold up,
breaking up really bad.
Hold on, Gutter, you were breaking up.
Hold up. I think we got a couple too many people in the chat, and Gutter always winds up breaking up.
Bye, Lovey. I'll head out too. I'll let you guys fucking.
I'm heading out, guys.
Okay.
Bye.
No, thank you, Amanda.
Love you guys. I'll hop off.
Love. Peace.
Peace.
Okay, Gutter, trying to say something.
It's not true regarding the truancy thing. It's not true regarding the truancy thing. It used to be, Amanda, but if you look up, you can get homeschooling, and all they are is enrolled. So, and you homeschool them the way you see fit. But, I mean, my daughter had to do it when the whole COVID thing came up.
One problem. They're not old enough to be left home alone to homeschool, and I still have to work a full-time job. I'm a single mom.
Oh, so did my daughter. But there are ways to work around that. So, I mean, we can all find excuses and all of that, but she actually had to change her career. She was a legal assistant. She was a paralegal, and she had to change her career to do it. But it is feasible, and it can be handled. It's not going to be easy, but neither is watching your kids be shot at a school because the cops won't let you go save them. So, I just want you to realize, honey, that there are ways.
The only other issue I have is both of my kids, they're dyslexic, and so So I would hate to pull them from the school because what the dyslexia teacher is doing for them is something that I can't do for them. I'll just be I can't do that for them. I wouldn't even know how to begin. And
You know what? The
and
dyslexic
maybe
teacher's
there's
not going to
better
do.
opportunities elsewhere, but where I live on the outskirts of Austin. I commute to Austin. It's about a 20-minute drive to central Austin to where I drive. And there's really not a lot of opportunity unless you're willing to pay $1,500 a month for a private school. And I just don't have that. And
I hate to do I don't know. I feel like there's a striving of excuses here, but if you really wanted to, there would be a way to do it. I'm telling you that it is feasible. My daughter is a single mom, so she did it, and it wasn't easy, but she got through it.
That it's not easy, but I also think that it's location based, and Austin is known for music, not opportunity of keeping your kids home. I'm telling you, this is something we've actually been looking into, both me and my ex, because he kind of feels the same way. We've been looking into for about 2 years, and there's really just not a lot of options. And for his job, he works out of town, and it's difficult. It is difficult. I'm sure there is an option some way, but it's going to have like the right connections and the right foot in the door in order to get it. But it's difficult. I will say that. On the other hand, I also will say I love our school district. They go above and beyond in terms of security. And I mean, you cannot get in that door without an ID. Even if you had a gun, like you're going to have to shoot.
One of the things that needs to be put in schools is they need to have man trap boxes in schools. That's a double door in a small little hallway. You come in the first door, you walk through a magnetometer. If it goes off, you can't go through the second door in front of you, and it's all bulletproof. If it does go off, you put a guard in there maybe. Yeah. But bottom line is it's 2 doors.
Without the metal detector, there's like a 3-way compartment you have to get before you can even get into where the secretary is, and then even another compartment before you can even get into the hallway.
You know what? Even with all these school like provisions and all that bullshit, the reality is you can't fucking fix crazy. Not with gun control, not with anything. As soon as you freaking fix crazy, the school shootings are going to stop. So reinforced doors, gun control, all this bullshit. The kid in Parkland, the shooter, he hopped the freaking fence. He didn't even go through the freaking front office because he was a pussy. He didn't want to freaking they had 2 SROs there, or 4 or whatever it was. It's done by if you have, let's say, every 500 kids, maybe you get 4 SR, whatever. They didn't even know what the fuck was going on, and they were sitting outside in the fucking parking lot. Again, as we've just proved that these freaking SROs that everybody's been screaming for are going to be the great white hero of the day. The knight in shining armor, they're freaking outside in the freaking parking lot. I don't know what the fuck is going on. And I'm actually kind of disappointed, well, I've been watching Rick's coverage, but I just wanted to kind of pick his brain on a lot of this stuff. But in any event,
if you go look at if you go look up the address of the school on Google Maps, and you can do a street view.
You're talking Uvalde or Uvalde, however you pronounce it. This recent school shooting.
Yeah. Look up the school on Google Maps, and you can see it from the street view.
It's an old building,
and it's an old building. It's super old. I mean,
that was brand new when I was a kid. Relax with the old.
So you mean yesterday?
Exactly.
No, it was. I mean, I came from a very small town, just actually smaller than that town. My graduating class was 23, I think, and whatever school was built, that's what you get. Now, it doesn't help the teacher propped open the door, but I can tell you, all of the newer schools, they have that thicker glass. It's not instant shatter. But with the sounding and the looking of that school, the cops definitely could have gone to each classroom and shot the top of those windows and emptied it out and got people out, even if they were too cowardly to go in.
Didn't they also defund the cops though in Austin? I thought that's what I heard.
They did for a little while. Like I said,
the average 911 call response time now is something like 45 minutes.
Holy shit.
Yeah, no fucking kidding me.
I don't live in Austin. I live in Hutto, and it's like I said, it's right outside Austin. They call us between a rock and a hard place, Round Rock or a weird place, I guess. But so it's Hutto. It's super like small town without it being like small town. And I will say, like, I have like 3 or 4 cops that live in my complex, and I've met them all, and they're super chill. And I even had to make like a report not too long ago, and they were super Johnny on the spot, if you want to call it. But no, whenever you get to Austin, it's a different ballpark. I mean, they did defund the police, and then there was like
fucking liberal land. It's just like being in Portland.
Yeah, like whenever it was Black Lives Matter, like.
So answer me this.
It was
If,
terrible.
If somebody got into your kid's school, do you really think the teachers would do anything to save your kids?
That's what I was just going to ask.
So I'm thinking of the design of the school, and they don't have.
Not the design of the school, the people. Because the fucking design of the school does not matter. What matters is the teachers. Are they going to save your kid? Because I don't think they are.
Maybe not Lincoln's teacher, but I think Easton's teacher would.
No, at least he's
no,
the
there's a lot of teachers there that I know personally, and they already go above and beyond for my children. So
they're not going to take a bullet for your kid. The teachers that I know are not going to take a bullet for my kid. You know, I would.
And you don't live in liberal land.
No,
I'm talking about. I mean, I'm talking about like maybe 3 or 4 teachers here. Yeah, I haven't met them all.
I have friends who are teachers.
Thought of it.
But I mean, how many? And I'm not saying that I'm wrong, but I'm saying please inform me so I can be educated. Have there been school shootings where teachers were like, "Fuck you, you're on your own"? I know that's just an honest question. I'm not challenging. I'm just asking because
I don't think they would say they're on their own, but I would say that teachers are just very limited with what they can do. Maybe I think like
I see that. I'll tell you right now. And
how many kids got out of that school in that hour, Amanda? How many kids got out of that school in that time? How many teachers got those kids out of that school? There wasn't that many that got out.
Look, I'm not defending anybody because I'm going to sit here and tell you right now, whenever I was working preschool and I was having to sit there and do those active shooter drills, all I could think in my mind was, I don't know these fucking kids like how I know my kids. I need to go home and I need to be a mom to my children. So I'm not sitting here and telling you that every teacher is going to do that. I can't speak for them. I'm not in their mindset. And you're probably 100% correct. I'm not saying every teacher is a hero. That's not at all what I'm saying. Don't get that twisted. That's not that I'm not saying that because I know my mindset whenever I'm like locked in a bathroom with 12 2-year-olds, I'm sitting here thinking like, why am I going to risk my life when these 2-year-olds are going to sit here and scream like, I have to pee or I'm hungry or it's dark and I'm supposed to keep them quiet just so an active shooter doesn't shoot me? Fuck that. And now I've even told my staff as an officer of an office manager, I've even told my staff, like, look, if an active shooter goes down, you better run faster than me because I'm not going down with the ship. I have kids to live for. Sorry.
I mean, I have friends who are teachers and you're dealing with this certain type of mindset people where these are the same people who 2 years ago basically made the big deal. They didn't want to come into school and they wanted to get paid because they were afraid of catching a cold that is known as COVID, you know?
Exactly. And I'm a healthcare worker and I had to deal with it.
They got paid. Like they didn't want to go into school. They were saying, no, we shouldn't have to risk our lives teaching. They said all that when COVID was going around. I remember.
I've never
defended
the teachers. I'm calling out 3 that I
so like. These are that like type of mindset. So know what you're getting involved with these people.
No, completely. I worry. No, I'm not disagreeing with you. I'm not sitting here and saying that any teacher is going to defend my child. My child's going to be safe.
Here's my whole point to all this. I think that public education needs fucking funded. That's what I think.
Hell yeah.
I think we need to get rid of fucking public education. I think that the money that you spend in taxes to support that fucking public school, you could spend and get your kids through some education and actually be able to fucking protect them. But
exactly, I also agree with that.
Happen to pay taxes to these public schools, how's that ever going to happen?
Look, I'm on the same page with you guys. I mean, I'm sorry if I displayed it differently.
Yeah, I don't know why you guys are kind of dogpiling on her.
No, no,
I
no.
mean, I understand
no,
what you're
Yeah,
saying.
I definitely, I'm not on the wrong side of the coin here. I'm definitely supporting you. I'm definitely saying, like, I agree with you on all aspects. Like, am I gonna, so if there's a school shooting and it's left up to a teacher that my kid's gonna be alive, am I just gonna like sit Ian style in the parking lot and wait it out? Hell fucking no. I'm either gonna
No,
be
but
tased or be
here's
shot.
the sucky thing about it all. Let's say all teachers are fucking brave, right? Let's say all
They're not.
teachers will do their best to defend the kids. The thing that sucks is the
What's
teachers
that?
aren't allowed to make decisions as to what is morally okay for them to do within themselves to protect those children. It's 100% to everybody, the left and the right. It's perfectly fine for a teacher to do nothing else but lay down on a student to try to protect them with their own body, and the bullets end up killing the teacher. But it's not morally okay with everybody that a teacher say, "Know what? I'm going to carry a gun and I'm going to defend my students that way," versus just giving my life pointlessly. That's the sad part that has to do with this whole school thing, is that, and this goes right into police nature that has changed. And this is what I was bringing up with the difference between the years that Rick was around and born, grew up in and became a cop and served, versus Officer Tatum. Tatum is a younger man. I think he's barely, maybe 35. He's a younger guy. He was only a cop for 6 years. Back that up, that's barely 2000, maybe. He was a cop for 6 years, from 2000 on somewhere. Rick has a different mindset. If Rick wasn't wearing body armor, I do believe Rick would have been throwing his body up against that door, trying to knock it down, trying to get in there to stop the threat. Tatum is, on the other hand, like most cops, who don't even want to wrestle with a person and get a bloody nose, or they will pull out a gun and shoot you. They don't want to put themselves in the dangerous positions like Rick puts himself in, or he did put in. I'm not saying one is better, one is worse, because if Rick just threw himself against the door and the guy shot around and Rick ended up dead, he's useless. Okay? It's brave, but he's useless. On the other hand, Tatum's sitting around in the corner waiting for a plan, waiting for SWAT team, waiting for this, waiting for that. Kids are dying. That's a no-win too. So the two guys need to come together and say, there's these two schools of thought here. What can we do to try to help create something so that this shit is sort of mitigated down the road in the future? Because you're, like Lee said, you're never going to stop people from doing crazy or evil things. So like I said, man traps. What's that?
This reminds me of when I worked in the medical facilities, and every day we would spend 45 fucking minutes wasting my day and my time going over stupid shit, and bitches talking about their Coach purses and their pedicure that they got that week and everything else, while all my shit was sitting in there waiting to get done. And they'd make me late every fucking day. And I finally said, you know what? I'm not playing this game no more. If you've got information to me, when y'all get done playing patty cake after 45 minutes, y'all come in my office and let me know. I'm not going to waste my time doing this every day. That's the same fucking thing. In a time like that, you don't have time to think about anything. It's now. And you got Biden. There's nothing that's going to tell you how you're going to be able to react in a situation like that. You have to react, and you have to react right fucking now. There is no, well, let me see. What did they teach us in class? No, it's fucking human reaction.
Let me just say, I am not
immediately.
Sides. I am not taking police officer sides. I was giving insight on what they were teaching us and how bullshit it was, because it's And then I also wanted to give insight as to, as a mother who had to then take their child to school the very next day, it's very easy to say, like, well, don't take your kids back to school. That's very easy for you to say, but without the resources, you're left. And the way that I look at it is like, it's a poor person's problem, right? So I make pretty good money. Inflation's destroyed that, but think about someone who's working minimum wage, right? They can afford anything, much less like anything. It's a poor person's problem, because all you can do is take your kid to public school, and yes, in Texas, you can still get in trouble for truancy. Get in trouble. No one likes the hairless cat. Well, here she is. Get in trouble for truancy. So it's either, leave your kids in government or have your kids taken away and put in government and then put into more government because they're going to go to public school regardless. That was all I was trying to say.
So you don't think that there's that you can put your kids into a private school? First of all, you only had 2 days to go. You already said that, so it really wouldn't have been that much to have you. I mean, you know, I don't know about you, but I got 2 days to
If
sick
you find
day
a private school that is for free in my area, I will pay you $100.
It's not in your area. It's everywhere. It's on the internet.
But I would have to be home to help them, and I can't do that from home. I have to be in my office.
Well, that's exactly. I mean, I totally get what you're saying, but
And they're
if
little,
it was
they're
me
6
and
and
I
9.
was in that situation, I would change my job career. I would change my career to make sure
Well,
that
I did say
because I'm
earlier that
sorry,
I was looking for a
here's the
new
deal.
job.
When there's a shoot up at the school and
That is-
something, God forbid, should ever happen, then it's too late to go, damn, I wished I would have kept him home. Or I
Did
wished
I not
would have
say I was looking for a new job earlier?
You know, that is an interesting, Gunnar brought up an interesting, just a point of view that I often think about when I hear parents, and this, it does not go to anybody in this chat or anything, just in general. When a parent becomes a parent and they have children, I have always been under the impression, now I don't have kids, so it's easy for me to say this, but I have always been under the impression that your life as an individual ends. Anything that's best for you, good for you, whatever you want, ends. It is everything now should have been about the children from the time they were born till the time you die. That's your progeny. That's what you carry on. I just thought it was very interesting that Gunnar brought that up because that's something I think about in my own personal life because my parents didn't do that, obviously. You know, I've been out on my own since I was 14.
But part of looking out and getting a better job for not yourself and your children is making sure that you can make ends meet and put food on the table.
Oh, I agree. That's why I said
so
this.
not every remote job is going to pay that amount. So if I take a $5,000, $10,000 pay cut, then how am I going to pay rent, bills?
No, I get it. And that's why I said this wasn't directed at anybody here.
No, for sure. I'm just giving like another side.
Yeah. No, I get it with your position.
Because this area,
I get it.
with and
Everybody's
I don't know if y'all see it in the news or not. Like I mean, obviously we see it in the news all the time because we're Austin Metroplex area. But like ever since the Tesla headquarters opened and they're moving a Samsung headquarters, like I bought a house with my ex 5 years ago and it was $250,000. And right now it would sell for $550,000. And there's people who are coming. Yes. And it's not, I'm not talking like it's not a fancy house. It's like your run of the mill, like it was newly built, but it's not fancy. And then you look at these housing prices and there's people coming from California who are offering $2,000 over asking price in cash. And so what does that do? That moves everybody from Austin to the outskirts, to my area. My rent has gone up $400 in the last 4 months. And I didn't get a raise this year. I did not get a raise this year. So I didn't get a raise. My rent has increased. My car used to take $20 in gas. Now it takes $55. I drive a hybrid, mind you. Food, everything else. So I make $57,000 a month. That's not bum money. That's a pretty good living. And I'm living paycheck to paycheck at best. And that's because of inflation and everything else. So it's very easy for someone to say like, oh, well, just homeschool them. And it's like, okay, well, like in a cardboard box, like hustling on the side. If you see me on a corner, mind your business, throw $1. But I mean, you still have to pay, everything else. Food, insurance, housing, a car, gas.
Hey, you want to hear something crazy? The insurance company was going to cancel my homeowner's insurance because I needed a roof. So I spent $10,000 on a roof. I get my bill for the upcoming year for my insurance that now they're going to keep me. They raised it $600. I spent $10,000 to keep the insurance policy that they're going to pay me $600. I got to pay $600 a month, $600 a year more because of it. Say that again.
Did they say why? Sorry, insurance is like my niche. So Maybe we should talk offline about this, but insurance is my niche. Maybe I can help you with that.
Okay, well, I'm just saying this is what happened. I listened to them to save, right?
Mhm.
I spent 10 grand to save. They saved me my policy, but upped the bill. If I didn't get a roof and they decided to keep me, it would have been like $2,600 a year more versus the roof. So I did save myself some money, but the point is, I got a better roof. I shouldn't have to pay fucking anything. Extra is what I'm getting at. I shouldn't have to pay $600 a year extra. I got a new roof. They got nothing to worry about, but that's just not how it works. Anyway,
Well,
this is
for anyone
fucking
that's
nuts.
listening, if you need help with insurance, that's literally my niche. I can get you out of anything.
Okay, I appreciate that. Thank you.
Yeah. No, I wasn't trying to start a debate. I wasn't trying to start an argument. I was trying to give a perspective. I'm not taking sides in terms of the teachers or police officers. I think they both were fucking dirtbags and they did wrong. I just wanted to add, like, you know, and like a normal person who lives in the area, to give some perspective in terms of, like, you know, like, I live basically right up the road from everything that happened. And, you know, this is how I feel. And these are like
and that's what that's what this channel is here for. So you're fine. Don't worry about it. You're good.
I felt like maybe I was misunderstood for a minute, thinking I was sticking up for teachers or officers, and that's not. I'm everyone that's involved with this incident is in the wrong. There's no if, and, buts, or coconuts, if you want to quote Rick. There's nothing else to it, and I don't know what the answer is, but I can tell you the circumstances for the normal American that lives in this area and what we're dealing with. That's all I can.
I know the fucking answer. You want to know my answer? This thing is like so fucking easy. It's so frustrating. Fucking bring more guns. Don't fucking banish them. Let whoever the fuck wants to carry. And you know what? Whether the school is armed or the school is not armed, the bad guy, the shooter, isn't gonna fucking know. So it's so fucking obvious. This is where all my frustration goes. And I've been like saying this all week to anyone that'll listen to me. The answer is do basically the exact opposite of what you're doing, society, world, administration, whatever, and it will stop. That's the fucking answer. You know, like problem solved. Like it's just freaking libs love these school shootings. Like they thrive on it. It gives them power or something. They don't give two shits about these kids, you know. I've been freaking like in a freaking depression from this all week, you know. I was in a depression from Parkland. By the way, my niece and my nephew were in the Parkland school shooting. So my nephew Jason, he shut the shooter was in the adjacent classroom. He was the one that in the Parkland Stone and Douglas shooting, he shut the lights and he locked the doors and he followed whatever the protocol was, you know, because he heard the gunshots. It was 2 doors down, or don't quote me on how many doors down. But so do the freaking opposite of what they're doing and the school shootings will go down, you know, even if it's implied. Like even if teachers are typically allowed to carry, or parents like myself, like if I have something on me that I shouldn't have on me, I have to make sure that that item that I may or may not have on me is stashed somewhere that is on a parking lot or something. So even if, God forbid, something bad were to happen, I couldn't even defend myself if I had to, because I'm not a retired police officer. I'm not allowed to carry anything that I'm not supposed to carry. And that's basically it. So do the fucking administration, gun control people, whoever the fuck is out there, do the opposite of whatever you're freaking doing and shootings will go down. Like almost exact opposite.
Although it would still less.
Hold on 1 second. We had somebody in the chat and I didn't put him on the screen, and I think it was
Bobby Adams.
Yeah, Bobby Adams. That's right. And I wanted to get him on. Bobby, please come back on. I'm going to leave you in the queue for a second. And then, Amanda, you're going to say something here to help square up what you're going to do. And then I'll ask you to please.
But first of all, I'm sorry if I made weight. It wasn't my intention. I'm totally on the side of what y'all are getting at. I just was trying to give some perspective. But I will say is I have seen some very aggressive teachers. So maybe not all teachers should be armed, just because instead of like I said earlier, instead of timeout, it's going to be like, how? But no, I hope I didn't like put the wrong idea across, because that wasn't my idea. I was just basically trying to give some perspective of someone living in Texas, close to the shooting, what we go
Much
through.
appreciated.
Yeah, and
Much appreciated. Thank you.
For anybody, I think the 2 teachers that died, they died not in vain, but the police officers, they were fucking shit. And I honestly, with this upcoming school year, like, there's a lot to think about, and there's a lot to reevaluate, but there's a lot of things that are beyond my control. And yes, that can be called excuses, but you can't live beyond your means, and sometimes that's just what it is.
Agreed.
But I'll leave it at that. I just wanted to say, just because it's very relevant to me and very close, and that's it. But no, I really do. I agree with you guys, and I think you covered a lot of really great things.
Thank you. So did you. Thank you for coming by, Amanda. Appreciate it. It's always a pleasure when you do.
Is it though? Don't lie.
It is. I don't lie.
Joking.
Thank
I'm
you.
joking. All right, bye.
We'll see
Thanks,
you again.
Amanda.
Bobby Adams. Can you hear us, brother? Oh, where'd he go? Bobby. Bobby Adams.
Hey, can you hear me?
We can hear you. Go for it, brother. Yes, we can hear you.
I'm not getting good reception. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you. Clear as day.
Wow, I can't hear a thing. It's breaking up really bad.
Oh boy. Try coming back on. Log out, come back on.
That's what I did before. That's why I left.
Okay, we'll try it again.
But I can't. I can barely hear you. Got to understand what you're saying. So, wow.
Okay. Well, we can hear you clear. So you say what you got to say. Go.
All I really had to say was, I hear a lot of people saying about the shooting and why they waited. I can't imagine not killing myself to get in there. That's if you're a cop, that's what you're paid to do.
Agreed.
I mean, I would do it as a civilian. If that had been our kids and me and my wife were there, she would have been shooting at the cops while I was going into the school if we had to.
They would have never even known I was there until I made it into the school. They would have never fucking known I was there. I would have went in. I'm telling you, they were all at the front door, man. Get the cameras over here. Hurry, get me running across the fucking parking lot. While the other cops are sitting over here standing there playing fucking tiddlywinks with each other. It was bullshit.
Yeah.
Agreed.
My wife and I both worked with cops in Reno, in Nevada. They were all meat eaters. This was in the 80s, but I just can't imagine them standing outside. There's no excuse. There's no excuse. If it's kids or women, you kill yourself trying to. That's all I had to say. I can't understand the mindset. I mean, I know what they do. I know how they build up and I forget what it's called, but where they stage. They stage. Police now, and all the younger ones are taught that. That's why Tatum is saying what he's saying.
Your game plan. Fuck you and your game plan. We ain't playing fucking football. It just chaps my ass. I'm telling you, I got bigger balls than any of those cocksuckers do. That pisses me off.
I can understand you.
Chaps my ass. I have a nephew who's a cop in Idaho. He says there's no way. He told his boss, there is no way I would stand. I don't give a shit what order you gave me. He said the boss said you'd have to beat my ass in there. He said, there's no way I'd make you stand outside while kids were being shot. And I don't care how you got in. You get in now.
We don't wait. We don't decide. We don't fucking get our stick in the sand and decide who's going where. No, you get your ass in there.
Well, how about the story of the fucking U.S. Marshal retired who was getting his hair cut, and then he heard the shots, heard what was happening at the school, borrowed a gun from the barber guy, ran into the school, got his own kid out, and left.
But would you really do that? I don't know of many parents. I think they would have been like the one when Rick posted about the woman that she'd been handcuffed by the FBI, and then the local cops talked her into releasing her, and they released her, and she fucking snuck around, went in the backside, and got her 2 kids out. Something tells me she chucked more kids out than that. We just got part of the story.
Oh yeah, no. I just meant it as a point of reference of cop is able to get into the school, get their kid out, and leave. Yeah. You, on the other hand, show up with a gun. Like, I can honestly say, if I lived across the street from this school and that shit was going down, I would kit my ass up. And especially if I saw the cops all making a perimeter and shit, I would kit my ass up and go out to fucking help. But with my luck, they'll turn around, think I'm a bad guy, and plug me full of holes.
No shit.
Sure.
Right. So it's like,
I'm gonna check out, guys. I can't hear any of you at all. It's just not. Okay. It's breaking up totally. So thank you.
Thank you. Great point, Bobby. Thank you. Appreciate it. Okay. Cool.
All right.
Lee, on a little personal note, you said you had doctors at the house earlier?
Doctors?
Yeah, didn't you say you had doctors? And Rick was on?
Adopters.
Adopter. Oh, I got you. I'm sorry. I thought you had doctors at the house. I'm like, are you okay?
No. Adopter. ADOP, like to adopt a dog.
Gotcha.
I got involved in an animal rescue. So until I'm kind of in between jobs and I have some extra time, so I'm trying to, unrelated to, I feel like I'm joking around about this, but it's not a good situation with dogs right now, especially in Texas of all places. They're just basically getting tossed. So I'm trying to rehome one dog, just one. So I have my 3 plus that one, and I'm not interested in getting any more pets personally, but I want to try and get them adopted. So I'll only take one at a time. And right now I have the one, and there you go. So I had a meeting with a potential adopter with the rescue that I'm involved with, and we'll see. I'm going to go to her house with the dog in the morning, see how that works. But that's what I had going on before. And I heard you guys in the background, and I'm like, oh, I really want to go on. I really want to talk to everybody, but I couldn't get out of it,
I understand.
So yeah, that's what I was up to. But I had a train of thought about, so to Amanda's point before, and I apologize if she's still in the chat. I didn't mean to
no, I wasn't
trying to I get it. People have jobs, they have to make ends meet, they send their kids to school. In normal, that's how things are supposed to go, right? Kids are supposed to go to school. It kind of is sort of a little bit fucked up that we have to consider as parents, oh, maybe I shouldn't send my kids to school because this is a fucked up world right now that they're going to get freaking their heads blown off. That is so disturbing because on one hand, so we did homeschool, all of people that had kids at home, we all did, because you didn't have a choice during COVID because the schools were literally locking themselves down and you didn't know when your kids were going to go back. And kids were either they had exams and they had to be taught milestones, and none of the kids were doing what they were supposed to do. So we all were homeschooling. But then you started seeing kids getting all these other fucked up social problems. They're learning on a computer, they're forgetting how to be kids. They started getting all these other issues, attention deficit issues. They can't be on the computer all day, their eyes hurt. And they were also getting very mentally fucked up,
Yeah, they're weird. They're unsocialized.
Yeah, kind of like a dog or something that's never been to a dog park. They get a little cabin feverish and crazy. So, and I don't know, look, it's summer break. My kids are obviously out of school, but I don't know what the answer is. Part of me is yeah, it's, when you see the amount of all the school shootings out there, it's an insane number. And I'm like, yeah, you know, maybe I should homeschool, but then part of me is like, but then shouldn't kids be with other kids and do kid things, and they miss out on that? So like, I don't know. Like, I just like, obviously, like if something happens at your kid's school, you'd never forgive yourself. But at the same time, like, do I put my kid in like a box and I keep him in the room online all the time? Like,
I
I
know
don't
it's.
know.
Well, there. I mean, my daughter did find ways. It wasn't easy. Like I said, she definitely. I mean, she would look at me and say, "Look, Mom, I don't know, man. This is a struggle."
Right.
And she, you know, it was really hard. But the one thing that she did say, and my granddaughter said, was, my granddaughter learned more in the year that she spent at home. I think it was almost a year and a half ish that she spent homeschooling. She learned more in that year and a half than she had all of her time in school. Like, she felt like she got way more out of it. But now I got to tell you that my daughter went through a lot of struggles to get there. There was a lot of going back and forth as to how much time she could put into her work versus how much time she could put into school her kid. And so, you know, yeah, I mean, I tried everything I could to help out with that too, by, you know, finding different ways to, you know, work with her with different projects and schooling. I mean, there was other people had to help out, but it's no different than what I went through when my mom died and I had to literally leave my family and go to Idaho because ain't nobody taking care of my mama but me. I don't give a fuck. I would have lost my home. I'd have lost everything. I'd have moved my family there. Ain't nobody raising my mama but me. So we can all pick what we want. And, you know, I mean, bottom line is it's what's the best for yourself. And for me, I'm sorry. I know what it's like to later go, oh, fuck, I wished I would have done that different. My kids are grown now. Now I got grandkids and I'm thinking about all that. And there was things that I wished I would have done differently. Like, ignore the fact that kept saying, well, you should stick them into this class and that will help. That didn't fucking help them at all. You know what it did? It gave them a half a credit less. Because the class that they stuck him in was a half a credit less than all the other fucking classes. How much sense does that make to a kid that's already struggling in school? I mean, you have to be your kid's own. It's the same thing I say about being a doctor. If you go to the doctor and you think that fucking doctor's going to tell you everything that you need to know about yourself, you are sadly fucking mistaken.
No,
because it ain't happening.
You know what? It's kind of like that with life, with anything, like with medicine, with like safety. Like, you need to look out for your own period. Like, don't expect anybody to do anything for you but you. You know,
quit thinking policies and procedures are going to protect you.
Oh, forget that. You better keep on track of your own stuff. Health, this shit.
Andy, go ahead.
No,
go ahead. I'm sorry. No. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to break your train of thought. Go ahead.
Oh yeah, and another thing. So like, if you have kids that, like, I mean, whatever colleges are the way you are, they are. But if you have a kid that, let's say, wants to become a doctor or become a lawyer or do something with an advanced degree, all the college campuses are all open. Like, I'm just saying, like, I don't know how the hell that's going to work, you know? So a friend of mine, so she's in Congress over here in Arizona. Her son is actually proposing, and he's like a smart kid, very conservative, like nice, normal, smart people. He's proposing, I don't think it'll pass, but it was listed in the paper. He wants responsible, law-abiding citizens over the age of 18 to carry a pistol on campus, because for his own personal safety. I strongly support that. You know, at least give a freaking kid a fighting. I'm not talking, you know, like I'm only talking like law-abiding good people here. But if you take your kid to the range and your kid knows how to shoot, why wouldn't you give your kid the chance to freaking defend themselves if there's a freaking shooter? I would. I would have no problem with that whatsoever as a parent.
That was actually a conversation that was happening here in the Florida legislature as to being able to carry on school campuses if you're old enough, obviously. So it had to do mostly with college. But I still don't know whether it passed or not. We get like real close to some gun laws and repealing certain restrictions, and then they just kind of go away. I don't know what happens. But Yeah, that was some. I think someone who's old enough, 18 years old, you're old enough to go off and die for your country. Yeah, you if you're taught, you should be able to carry a gun. I got no problem with that. Matter of fact, I'm so libertarian on the whole idea. Like, man, if you're a felon and you go to prison for 10 years and you come out, if you've paid your time, you get a gun back. You get your rights back. I'm sorry. Nothing should stop you forever. Well, look, if you're a murderer, right, and you go to prison for life, you're not getting out, so you're not getting your gun rights back or your voting rights back. If you're a crazy person, chances are you're not going to get fixed. You're not going to get a gun. You're not going to get to vote. So those are like the only two. But other than that, I'm pretty much like, if your debt to society is paid, you get a gun. But see, the thing is, you get a gun knowing everybody else got a gun too. So if you fuck up, they're going to fucking blast your face off. You're going to all of a sudden be standing around in a room full of people pointing guns at you because you fucked up. So that's the way I choose to live. Freedom is dangerous. Freedom is not fun, but freedom is a lot better than having rules and regulations and fucking depending on police that don't come in when they need to, or firemen that won't come in because your house is burning down. It's a little too dangerous. Whatever it is, you're entitled to take care of yourself, and you're the only one that's expected to. This other shit is pretty crazy. I don't know. It really bothers the shit out of me that they're talking about limiting, taking away, restricting, making it more difficult to get your hands in the only fucking thing that worked in that whole situation. You know, sue the crap out of the government and the police and everything. You want to sue gun manufacturers because one nut used a gun and other nuts used guns to stop the nut. But you want to sue gun manufacturers? It makes no fucking sense. It's crazy town.
Pew Pew's right. An armed society is a polite society. You bet your sweet ass you'll get sir and ma'am out of everybody.
And just like fences make good neighbors.
Right.
Yep.
They do. These are
Does
true
anybody
incidents.
else want to come on? I don't mean to be rambling on and on and on about.
No, you're fine.
But
fine. If someone else does, don't pop in.
The fucking morality, like, I know what the fuck. Seriously,
it's so bad how cheap life has become, though, right? Where even children, where we used to uphold children as our light, our thing we were willing to die for, and there are people out there that don't even look at them as anything worth saving. It's crazy.
I'm gonna play the fucking woman card. A bunch of fucking healthy, full-grown adult males with guns are out there, and they're not going in to save the life of a fucking kid. Like, forgetting about the cop, forgetting about the failure to act, forgetting about what they're supposed to do, their orders, all that bullshit. They're fucking men. Are you
You know that I have been on Rick's. I have been following Rick for I don't know how long, but twice he's fucking made me cry. Twice. Once was when Tanner died.
Mm.
Yeah.
And the other time was the other day.
I know. I can't. I know. I've broken up about a few times. Like, I got really fired up on this one, and really
that
fired
shit
up.
Was just.
Yeah, as a man, I don't know how you just stand there knowing something like that is going on. As a guy, I just can't wrap my head around it. I don't care if you end up dead in the very first fucking shot. The point is you just can't stop. You know what I mean? You just.
I don't know. Like,
it's not an option.
No, like, I'm sorry. Like, I'm very traditional. You know, I'm a natural female. I like natural men. I'm not into any of this he, she shit. You know, like a fucking red-blooded American fucking male with testosterone doesn't fucking do shit with fucking a gun. They had fucking guns. Are you kidding me? Seriously, it's like the only equivalent if, let's say, like, you're out with your woman and some guy comes over and like grabs her purse or gives her a shove or grabs her you're gonna let them just do that and not fucking do anything? Seriously? Like, that's the way, like, yeah, like, fucking guys are supposed to fucking like protect and all that shit. Like, and they're fucking armed. You know, you have moms fucking running in, 5'2", 5'5",
You know-
130 or 40 pounds. I would fucking take a bullet for those kids, because you know what? If that was my kid in there, maybe if he got 2 fucking rounds on my ass, maybe one kid could get pulled out. You know, maybe I won't make it 30 feet before I die, but you know what? At least I fucking died trying to save a fucking kid, my kid or otherwise. You know.
As you were talking about that, and you were saying that, Lee, regarding you have a gun and you don't go in and save them. How do you do that? It reminds me of a time when I was pretty young. I knew how to swim, but it was really swift on the South Fork River of the Clearwater River, and the water was a bit high. And my cousin was a year older than I was, and her name was Marianne, and she saved me. She risked her life. I shit you not, this water was flat ass fucking moving. And this day and age, I know a lot of adults that wouldn't have jumped in and saved me. She was a year older than me. I was about, I don't know, 11, 12. So she was 12, 13, somewhere in there. And she saved my ass that day. We had to, not only once she got me, we then had to swim back across the river, the same fucking river that about took us both. She saved my ass. I don't understand. There was no other choice. She knew there was no other choice but to save me. I was going to fucking drown. I mean, I was going down. I don't understand how you don't do that when you're standing at a school and I don't care what firearm you got. If you got, I don't understand. You know, I had to went in with none. I'm sorry.
I would have got.
That's what it. Yeah, the firearm is sort of irrelevant. It's the mindset of do something, right? I have been tested. Yeah, try.
Go
do
in.
Something. Move. Do. And, I have had the fortunate or unfortunate, however you want to look at it in life, to have to make choices as to whether to move or not move. And I have, luckily, I think, thank God, had the ability to put things aside and do what needed to be done. I'm not saying anything like the school shooting thing, accidents, getting people out of cars, things like that. I know that if the fire test comes, I'm going to get through it and I'm going to do what I got to do. I'll probably end up dead, but that's okay. Like you said, Lee, if my death, that bullet or whatever coming to me takes it off the attention of a little kid on the floor, that's worth it to me. I have no problem. And I don't think most sincere adults do. I don't think they have a problem sacrificing themselves for something like this. I see a social movement within our country to change that way of thinking to where it's about me. It's about looking through the fucking camera, right? Everybody's got a phone out and they deal with life through the phone. I watched a thing on the New York subway where some black woman was going bananas on there, and there was like probably 7 or 8 other people on the train car, some of them men. They were filming, and this black woman, who was kind of scary a little bit, I guess, sat down next to these white women, and the white woman went to go up. She grabbed the white woman's hair, sat her back down on the chair with her, and said, "Don't you fucking move." And had her hair. The lady was sitting there like this, like with her hair, like looking around at everybody else. And nobody fucking moved or did anything. This is one unarmed lady on a fucking subway, and nobody would do anything. It's crazy the way we're being programmed. And, it started with the masculinity, but now it's come down to the ability to empathize with your fellow human being, black, white, whatever it is. You see evil being done to them, and you just go, well, it has nothing to do with me, and you keep walking away. It's bad. This is a fucking country, nation-ending sort of mindset that happens when you don't know your neighbors. You don't know what their names are or what they need. They can't feel like they can come to you if they need help with something. It's bad. And that's what's going on all over the country. So we're one of the few, and we should be proud that we've met each other and that we all believe the same kind of things in here. I'm glad for that, and I don't want to lose my ability to want to help my fellow countrymen or man in general or woman. in a time of need. It's bad. It's bad. It's happening. You know, kids today, they have no idea how to react. Someone said, Andy Smith said earlier, kids don't learn social skills, they learn social media skills.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And that was so true because everything is impersonal. It's through a screen. It's not real. There's no repercussions to stuff.
Yeah. That's why my daughter took my granddaughter. There was no, you don't get a set and watch video. No, you're going outside. We're playing. You got a dog. You have things to do. We're going hiking. We're going bicycling. You have a fucking trampoline. We're going fishing. There's a million things to do. And social media is it's not what she should be on.
No.
It's not what should be molding her.
How weird is it when you see kids that are barely old enough to talk, if old enough to talk, and they got the iPad or the phone from their parents and they're
in the doctor's office. Here,
yes,
play with this. Play with this.
Yes,
you kids play with this while I talk on the phone to Auntie, and just play with that. And I'm going to talk to Auntie. And we'll wait. We'll go in the doctor's office, and they'll tell us how you're underweight, and that one, well, he's overweight, and you need to give them all a shot of this and a shot of that, and by all means, but man, they're really good at looking at that phone.
Yeah.
I mean, fuck.
It's fucking bad. Our society is fucked. And again, this goes down to my black pill fucking attitude that like the war is over, we've lost, forget it. Like just worry about yourself and your few people around you, and that's about it. Because
but these are kids. They don't have they don't have a choice. They're stuck with whatever their parents send them. Like they don't have a choice. They didn't have a choice to go to school that day. Their parents got them ready. They didn't have a choice to sit in the classroom.
Even if you are teaching them what you can at home, they then go to school, and the public education brainwashes the shit right out of them.
Yep. They will.
So it's like I told my daughter, you have to do double time, because whatever you taught her, she's going to school, and for 8 hours, they're pounding something completely different into her head. It's why I bought her all the history books, the actual history about what really went on and what history really is. I bought her all those books, and she reads them because we know that she's not being taught it in school. They've changed all the history books.
It's such bullshit, but I mean, these kids are just total, like, what are they, 8, 9, 10, 11? What, second, third, fourth? Is that what they were?
The ones at the school that were shot? 10.
Yeah. So they were in 4th grade?
Whatever 10 is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, they have no idea. I mean, I don't know if they can crash a window, and I mean, they can't defend themselves, it's not like they're 17.
That one girl that covered herself with her friend's blood is fucking beyond mind-blowing to me.
Mind-blowing.
That a little kid would have that in their head.
Yep.
My granddaughter, my daughter's boyfriend is a firearms trainer.
Mm-hmm.
And so, and of course my daughter has learned all from him because he won't let her not. And then my granddaughter actually went through a course called, oh God, I can't remember the name of the course, but it's regarding how to shoot. And they start with 22s. And then they work up from there. They start them with 22s and they work up. She became basically a sharpshooter, man. I'm telling you, she got it right in. But in that, Kayla also taught her self-defense. So, and what to do if you're in a situation. They go over all the time. If we're in the mall, they're walking down the mall, and she'll say, okay, we're in the mall. If right now, if something happened, what would you do? If there's a gunman come walking down, or, screaming down the hallway, what would you do? They go through all of that.
Nice.
Quite often. And they also go through literally self-defense. So she has been taught how to defend herself, to fight, because she's a super good kid. So it's not her normal nature to want to fight. Like My boys, man, they'd beat you up just, I mean, just because they wanted to fight. But she's not that way. She's a sweetheart. So she literally taught her how to defend herself, how to find those points that, those pressure points to put somebody down or kick them in the knee or all those things, or find what's close to you and stab them in the eye or all of that. I mean, that little girl knows more than I do. It's amazing how much she knows, but that's because her mom teaches her it all the time. It's not like it's a paranoid thing. It's almost like a game. Like, what would you do right now if, some guy, and I'm telling you, that girl can answer shit way better than I can. I've answered, and my daughters looked at me like, shh,
Good for her.
So, I mean, I believe that they should be doing that with their kids. You just
Absolutely.
never know how many kids we're told will just, I mean, the little girl that laid there, and she really lucked out that nothing happened when she covered herself in blood, and all it would have took was her to cough.
Yeah, and she's finished.
And he gonna have her.
God, those poor kids.
Ugh.
Can't even think about it.
Yeah.
I mean, what must have been going through their poor little minds. I mean, they know. I can't even go there in my mind. What they're thinking about. It's gonna like freaking tear me up again. I know.
The thing that drives me crazy too is that like Biden and the White House have already issued a statement saying they are not really for the whole hardening of schools, of fortifying schools. And I've a lot of Democrats have mentioned this as well. That they want to live in this fantasy world that, well, it really, and we agree, it shouldn't be like this. Children in middle school shouldn't be afraid of being in a school shooting, right? We all agree this, but the sad reality is, it is the reality that could happen. But nobody wants to address the reasons why this is happening. No one really wants to say, hey, listen, man, like a lot of these people, they come from broken homes. Could be living with dad, could be living with mom. It doesn't really matter. But broken homes, a lot of them are on SSRI drugs. A lot of them are, I'll even add in the bullied, although I believe bullied has a function within younger hierarchy society that helps keep uniformity within a society as it comes up. I believe that bullying has a purpose, but it's not good for anybody who gets bullied, unfortunately. But just the fact that they don't want to address the root problems and say, okay, those root problems are going to take time to change those patterns of behavior that brought about these children that do things like this. In the meantime, the places that have the no gun zones are the killing fields. That's where they're going to go. Anybody who has ideations to do horrible things is going to go to where they have the least amount of resistance. So we got to stop this stuff. And just the fact that there are fucking people out there that want to say, no. We take away the tool that works the best to stop that guy, and not understand that in the meantime, while we change and do the things to change the cultural ideas that create these people, we need we accept they're going to do their dirty work. We're gonna lose people, but we can mitigate the amount that we lose people to without affecting people who've done nothing wrong and taking away their tools to defend themselves should they wind up running across one of these defective people. I don't know. It's a big circle fuck that doesn't seem to ever go anywhere within our government. And
what's scary?
I don't know what to do. Go ahead.
The circles are getting like, I guess, bigger in the sense of what I mean by that is that it used to be so removed. Like you'd hear of like a shooting and like Columbine like 20 years ago, but you didn't know anybody really there, or you didn't know of anybody, or it wasn't close to you. Now so many of them have happened where it's kind of like there's some overlapping now. It's like somebody, or somebody's
6 degrees from Kevin Bacon kind of thing.
But that's how big of a friggin' problem this is. And like the libs are friggin' thriving on this. It's like fresh meat for them, like an evil rabid animal or something, you know, like they're ready to pounce because they know, you know, look, if it bleeds, it leads, you know, they can get the press, they're going to jump all over this and they're going to be able to push their agenda. That's what they want. They don't give two shits about the individual kids. You know, they go there and they drop their flowers and they talk about, you know, whatever. They don't fucking give a shit. I know they don't. They just want the guns. But you know what? They love their private security task service, don't they? You know, Joe Biden, Hillary Clinton, all of those fucking Washington assholes. Oh yeah, they're not. You know what? How about this? Why don't we take away your armed security? Why don't we give them marshmallow guns? You know, because the big guns, they're so scary and all this bullshit. Let's take away their guns. You want freaking gun control? Let's start there. You know, before you come after me, law-abiding citizen number 1 million, whatever I am, start there. Let's go after your private security. So now you can't go to Starbucks or McDonald's or wherever the fuck they love to eat, you know, and you know, alone. Why don't you Washington people go out without your security detail and let's see how far that gets you. Then come talk to me about freaking gun control. Do me a favor. Just look in your own fucking backyard first before you come after mine, you know? And this gets me so worked up.
Tell it from the mountain.
Yeah, you know what? I'm sorry, but fuck you. You know?
Absolutely. I agree 100%. It is fucking insane that these people live in ivory towers and throw rocks at you all day long in your glass house.
Yeah. Tell Joe Biden's when his secret security person, detail, whoever babysits him, takes their guns away, maybe then you know what? If Joe Biden comes to my door and says, "Hey, look, Lee, I'm you know, gun free now. I'm just gonna go to the corner on my own, no guns." You know what? Then I'll listen to him. How's that? Until that day comes, leave me alone.
Right.
I'm sorry, but
go ahead.
No, that was it.
How about even simple things like how about equal application of the law? Joe Biden's son with a gun lied on the application, should go to prison over that, then disposed of the gun in a highly illegal way, should go to prison for that. Nope, not going to happen. Nancy Pelosi's husband just had a DWI after getting in an accident with another person. Guess who's not going to get in trouble?
Yeah. Well, and him, you know, I mean, if you or I get a DUI and we have to pay 10, 15 grand to get, you know, go through all the bullshit that goes along with it, that's a lot out of our household. But to that son of a bitch, it's nothing. Right. It ain't even a slap on the hand to him.
You know who's another one who went through that? Fucking Caitlyn Jenner. Bruce Jenner. When he was still Bruce and he just got his boobs.
He's still Bruce. Bruce.
Yes. No, I'm saying, he was still declaring himself Bruce Jenner. He had just gotten boobs and he got in an accident and head-oned some woman and killed her. And it was like, got in a car accident and killed somebody. And then that was the last we heard of it. It was nothing. Crazy.
Did you notice how much press that story? Did you hear about that graduation party where a man, so, you know, obviously school's ending now. People are having graduation parties, end of year parties, blah, blah, blah. It just happened like right around the same time as all this shooting happened in Texas. But a guy took, you know, an AR-15, you know, into a crowd. She shot him dead with a pistol.
That was in West Virginia.
Was it in West Virginia? I could remember in Pennsylvania or West Virginia. Not got like hardly any coverage. Like no one cares. Like it's like shut up. Okay, we don't want to hear that. What we want to hear is how the AR-15 guy shot like 50, 60 unarmed innocent people. That's the story we want to hear. We don't want to hear that.
And even better, was it a white guy shooting black people?
Yeah, I think. Yeah, exactly.
You know?
Exactly.
CBS
a white guy.
has
Oh my
it.
God, we love it.
Look at this. I actually saved that. It's funny that you bring it up.
Yeah, it's on Fox News.
Yeah, I actually saved it because it's like 5 paragraphs long. I shit you not. And I mean, it's so obvious that, look at here.
You sharing the screen?
Oh, you can do that? Oh, look at you, Gunner. Look how fancy you are now. I'm so proud of you.
So, but if you look at it, I mean, look at that. It's like
your office way. She'll never leave you.
I hope not.
I can't even read the subtitles. I'm gonna have to. Oh, my readers are in the other room.
Let me.
We're gonna have to make that bigger.
Let me make it bigger.
I can kind of read it.
If I rub it just right.
Charleston, West Virginia. No, I can read that.
All you got to do is go.
No, it's my still eyes, but that's a whole other story.
Your eyes aren't really back to normal
We're
yet.
getting there. They're almost back to normal.
Okay, good.
It's a work in progress. A woman in West Virginia fatally shot a man who began firing an AR-15 style rifle into a crowd of people that had gathered for a party, authorities said. So blah, blah, blah. I don't know who Dennis Butler is. I don't know if there's a picture. He was killed Wednesday night. So this dude pulls out an AR onto a group of party goers for a birthday graduation party in an apartment complex. So, all right. So we got this guy shooting up a bunch of people celebrating graduation. The woman, a guest at the party, obviously was carrying, drew a pistol and fired, killing the shooter. The statement said no one else was injured. And I think that should be the leading sentence. If I was writing the headline, I would say, woman with pistol saves day from AR-15 toting lunatic who tries to attack people at a party. But no, that we can't talk about that. That's
exactly.
We can't talk about that.
Right.
It's like, you guys shut up. We don't want to hear that story.
Yep. You know, it's who is it? Is it? I think it's Crowder. Louder with Crowder, Stephen Crowder. He has often cited many times in his discussions with people, or his discussions in general about the whole gun topic, that it's something like 1.6 to 3 million incidents are stopped with the use of a gun per year. 1.6 million to 3 million good people with guns stop bad people with guns, without a gun, with a gun, whatever. But they use a gun to stop the fuck. And no one knows that stat. You know, that's not like headline news. It's instead it's 60,000 people a year commit violence with guns. Most of it's suicides, but we don't tell you that. You know, most of it's gang on gang, but we don't tell you that.
No, we don't care about the black shooting black.
Yeah, we don't give a fuck about that.
No one gives
but then nobody turns around and says, yeah, man, but 1.6 to 3 million people with a gun stop something bad from happening every year too.
No, it's not.
That's a fucking great stat to throw at people.
No one cares. Yeah, no. The stats that they want, the press that they want is, we want a shooter. We want a normal event that people go to every day. We want people on the sidewalk. We want schools. We want concerts. We want casinos, restaurants, movie theaters, whatever regular people do. We want the story where you have that crazy motherfucking lunatic who is honestly, scum of the earth is too nice of a word for this monster. We want that guy, that white male. And we want the story where he's preying on the innocent. That's the MO. We don't care that how many people are in this country? 400 million? 500 million?
I'm going to guess it's probably about 400 mil. They say like 320, 340, somewhere around there. But I'm going to say probably
they're letting them in by the bucket. So
yeah. So let's say of those 300, maybe half are gun owners, maybe a little less. So 300, 150, maybe 100, just to, because it's probably less. We don't want to hear.
I think they figured it out to around 90 million
gun
owners, but there are 350 million guns owned within the country.
So we got the illegals, we got people getting guns that shouldn't have guns for whatever reason.
Or people having multiple guns. Yeah.
Or people, I didn't think of that. People having multiple guns. Nobody cares about, like, my gun wasn't used. I mean, I didn't take it to the range today, sitting in wherever it's sitting, you know.
Didn't kill anybody.
Nope.
Nope. Mine has yet to jump any. I can't get it to do anything for me unless I do it. I mean, it just, I begged, pleaded. It won't. I tried
beat at it. I yell it. I call it all kinds of names. It doesn't get mad.
Venture a guess that any gun and I'm guessing here, but I don't think guns spontaneously just go off on their own. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe you have that one gun that just launches itself off the coffee table.
Say that guns are nothing like men. Nothing.
You know, and I got news for you. Like, without the mag and when my gun's clear, it's no different than a friggin' baseball bat. You know what I mean?
That's true.
Like, clear.
Right. I have to beat you with it.
literally, it's not going to freaking do anything to anybody. It just sits there.
Right.
Yep.
Kind of like a guy, you know? I mean, it doesn't do
Exactly.
that much. So
Hey, I don't like this. Is taking a weird turn.
I think her point was it doesn't do anything without a person. Sure, babe. Teddy, my son, just wants to stay there. Here, babe.
Oh, too
Here,
much.
go take it. Go staple your little rings out with it. Just make
That's
sure
right.
it
Go
look.
put the gutter down. Put the gutter
I'm
down.
like going on about like how useless cleared guns are. They just kind of sit there. But yeah, I would be very surprised. I don't know. Maybe some guns. I should ask Rick. Maybe some guns just go off on their own without being handled. I don't know. But
it depends on what kind of dress you're wearing.
Yeah, maybe exactly. So
yeah,
yeah,
the wind's blowing.
That's right. How long it's been, you know, there's a whole bunch of factors
now we're
involved.
getting back to the nature of the channel. We're staying true to our title, right?
What's the vibration like? Let's go with the humming.
I don't use my gun that way. I use it like I literally take it to the range. I mess with it, and I.
We're back to talking about guns. Sorry.
Oh, yeah, back to the vibrator gun thing. Oh,
I would seriously though, on a serious note, with all the talk that's going on and all the fervor that is being released towards the midterms, towards from the Democrats regarding guns, I would seriously tell everyone within the sound of my voice to try and round out your gun collection to a pistol, a rifle, and a shotgun at the very minimum. If you have the ability to do it, stock up now, and if you can, try to find the loophole that they always talk about, whether that's buying from your neighbor that passed away, the husband, maybe a flea market, maybe something, because there are some loopholes. You can purchase a gun that the government doesn't have to get paperwork about. Do that and have some guns on hand, and have a gun that you can go, hey, we heard you had a gun. Oh yeah, here you go. Here's that one. Yeah, you got any more? No. You know what I mean?
You guys, the kids are demanding staplers and books and pencils and stuff is happening, and they're coming in. And they're
they
hungry.
want to be parented. Fine.
Well, I've already been on here for I don't even know. Well, thanks for having me, letting me ramble on my soapbox. I'll be listening, but I'm gonna bail. Okay, guys. I'll talk to you guys soon, okay?
Good night. Thank you for coming.
Good night.
Thanks for having me. Bye.
Bye.
I think people should get guns. I think they should load up. Buy as much as you can afford.
Yep.
Don't fuck around.
Yeah. Yeah. Even if you don't think you need it, you need it.
You need it. Are we still going to keep going? Because we're almost at 11 o'clock.
We are. I was just finishing up the comments here. Another cop's using a breathalyzer. He's talking about a DUI booster.
Oh.
What's wrong with owning 20 guns? Exactly. There ain't nothing wrong. You should own 25. What do you mean? I'll get back to you.
Hey, is Jake in here?
Jake.
Wait, yes, Jake. Hey, Jake.
Hi, Jake.
Dude.
We were just getting ready to go.
Yeah, man. Nice to see you. Glad you're okay. I did get your text, and I did text you back within the 10 minutes that you wanted me to. So I hope that if you did change your phone number, you let me know that you did. Good to see you. Good to see you, Pew Pew. Fly, always a pleasure. Sherry, always a pleasure. Wasp,
well, Blunt Man said they go off quickly, but 5 minutes, they'll load up again.
That's
or
true.
20 minutes.
That's true. Fly, are you gonna come on because we're getting ready to end? Don't you want to come on and like make us hang around for an extra half an hour? Or you just kind of sit there and look at us? Come on.
Fly.
Hi, Chief.
Amen, chat. Amen. Make it happen. What's he say? I'll go to the end here. What'd he say? Nothing. What, are you ignoring us? Your mama ain't there, so we know.
And your daddy don't rock and roll.
That's
Oh,
right.
no.
Your mama ain't there, and your daddy don't. That's right. All right, 11, 10.
Oh, Jake's still in the hospital, but he'll keep in touch. Okay.
Good.
Fair enough. Good for you. Get
Thank
what
you,
you
Jake.
need. Get what
That's
you
right.
need, brother.
That's what's important.
Who's
Uh-oh.
getting condolences?
I'm pissed off at what is going on. That is my summary of my thought. Fine, Fly. You just
All right.
sit there in your
You're
little.
just too cool for school. Even though you giggled to yourself at work when you realized today was Tuesday.
I know. You was all smiling, everything.
Huh. Guess we're not that important.
I guess not. Later, Jake. Thank you for stopping and saying hi.
Yeah, man.
We get to hear from you.
Absolutely. Okay. I smiled, not giggled. Yeah, no, you giggle. You giggle. I heard you. Like they'll push the belly button, the little dough guy. That's
He says he only giggles when he touches himself. So I think that's what he meant. He didn't giggle. Right? Isn't that what it is, Austin?
Sounds about right.
I'm with you, Yank, on Fillon's getting rights back. Yeah, today felt like a Monday. It did feel
really
like a
did.
Monday.
I told I texted her, I'm like, I forgot it was Tuesday.
I know. He didn't even hound me or anything. I was like, where the fuck is Yank?
It
was okay. I was trying to get shit done, so it was all good. I had to go out and plant some more stuff in the garden, and
I gotta get one going.
you really should. And you're in Florida. Jesus, you can grow all year long. My friend does.
I don't know if I can though. Can
yes,
I?
you can. My friend does.
Okay.
I'll ask her to make sure of everything.
Yes, please, because I get the feeling that it's too fucking intensely hot down here to grow anything.
That's what
in
she
summer.
Said.
But yeah, I could be wrong. I'm probably wrong. I don't know.
I think you can. I just think you have to think about, don't plant them directly in the sun, because I mean, don't you have any shade around your house?
Not really.
Shade around your house. You have a tree. I know you have a tree. I've seen it.
I do have a tree. Yes.
You have a tree.
I do.
And your house is sitting there. It's getting shade at some point. It's providing shade around your yard.
Yeah, I don't really have places on the side though with the
But
availability.
we can do raised beds, Yank. Beds.
I know.
Or whiskey barrels, shit like that.
Yeah, you're right.
I know. Thank you. Say that again.
You're right. You're right. You are right.
Marvin, get in here. Yank has lessons to teach you. I think he's ignoring me.
That's funny.
I mean, he's straight up ignoring me. Aren't you, dear? I feel like he's right behind me, but he won't say anything.
He's going to sneak up on you.
My crew, see, he grows all year long. He's in California. He's got the same shit to deal with that you do. He just don't has hurricanes.
No, California is far more moderate in climate. Far more moderate.
It depends on where you're at.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
It's grow channel. Is this a grow channel? Sure, we're growing little by little. Pew pew.
Little bit at a time.
Right now we're growing radishes, and I got these really cool sweet onions that I'm not a huge onion freak, but these look like they might be really good. We usually do Walla Walla sweets, and we just buy them. We don't normally grow them ourselves. So, but I wanted to try these because they look like they might be really good onions. So we'll see.
Very cool.
But we also do green peppers and jalapenos, and Marvin does beets. He likes beets and radishes, and I don't know what else.
You do like cucumber and zucchini, summer squash?
Well, I normally have, but this year I kind of didn't, and I probably am gonna be bummed that I didn't. But Kayla has her boyfriend's parents. They do usually like a big garden, so I'm kind of praying that they'll do a big garden and I can hoard their zucchinis.
Mm,
It's really great to shred it up. You throw it in the freezer, and then you can pull them out and you can make zucchini bread like anytime you want throughout
nice.
the year. It's super nice. And I'm telling you what, it is the moistest zucchini bread you ever ate because you don't drain out the juices. Whatever thaws out when you thaw it back out, you pour those juices in your batter and it makes amazing zucchini bread.
Mm, nice. Well, see,
I'm only
that's
5'3",
what's
Bobby.
that?
Bobby asked how tall I was. I said, I'm
Oh.
only 5'3".
Um,
Smart
I
ass.
want to be able to, because we have done it before, canning food.
Yeah.
I want to be able to grow enough vegetables so that I can can the vegetables to get me through the non-growing season, and then have the seeds enough to replant for the next year.
Right.
To be able to do it that way, like legit be a fucking gardener, you know?
Right. Well, and you'd be amazed at how many seeds you can actually a lot of them will self-pollinate themselves. You'd be amazed how many tomato plants will self-pollinate in our whiskey barrels. I always
Nice.
grow our tomato plants in whiskey barrels, and they've always done the best in whiskey barrels versus anything else, like ground, or like our neighbors put them in the ground and they don't do worth a shit. So whiskey barrels seems to be the way to go.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to do either raised beds or giant pots of some kind, something, because I have sand. That's what I have for ground. It's
Right.
sand.
Yeah, you're better off. And I think Susie, my friend, I think she actually does grow in more in raised beds and that type of thing. And she's a pretty good gardener. So she seems to have her shit together. So with it. So, but the biggest thing is when you have raised beds like that, you got to be able to water them. So, they're going to lose more moisture than say if they're in the ground. So it's something to consider when you're doing that is you got to make sure that they're being watered. If you're going to be gone for any length of time, you got to have somebody going over and watering them, because you want to fuck up a garden, don't water it. That's a quick, or water too much.
Oh, what I was going to say, water too much is a bad one too. Yeah.
Yeah.
I will. I'll get on it someday.
Gigi missed the growing all year joke. That is a surprise. I did miss it. I fucking went Rick for a minute. See, that's what happens when he only comes on for a quickie. It's what he gets. We then come back and start talking shit about him when he's gone. And I had a moment of friedness, because did you see that, Yank? Bobby had said, "Gutter girl, you grow all year long. How tall are you?" Ha ha. I did get it, but
I got you.
I missed it at first.
I hear you.
And I said I was 5'3" and realized what the fuck he was talking about. But of course, Fly had to make sure that he pointed it out.
I guess people are having a way with the way I say cucumber.
Cucumber. Well, anything. Just listen to him talk for 2 seconds. I mean, what was really weird was a lot of my mom's family was from back east, so they always talked with the whole, just like Yank talks. And when our kids were born, they would sound just like they came from back east. Every one of our kids, like they would say Pak and Bon and Ka and all that shit. They never pronounced it. And we would just look at them like, what the hell? You were born in Idaho. How the fuck are you talking like you're from New Hampshire?
Where were they conceived?
They were conceived in Idaho, but it was really weird how they all seemed to have. They would get that accent to them for a few years. They would.
No shit.
Yeah, really weird. Okay, I just lost comments here. Y'all are commenting so fast, I can't.
Oh, what do we got to put it on slow mo?
No doubt. Now I feel like, oh, Kimmy baby's here.
Hey, Kimmy.
Hi, Gigi. Sorry I'm late. Hope you have a great week. Hi, Yank. Well, I did have a great week, actually. I felt like I got a lot done. I don't know if I told anybody. Oh, I have news. I know this isn't my grave page, but I have to tell you guys something. So last week, the minister's wife approached me,
Oh yeah.
and she was thanking me, and she was really nice, and she was, I mean, these are some really sweet people. And she asked me if, oh shit. She asked me, I lost you there for a minute. She asked me if, oh, first of all, she told me that she loved that the cemeteries never looked so good. And in the 30 years that they've lived there, it's never looked that good.
Nice.
So that was like a huge thing for me, because that's kind of the whole point. And then she told me, of course, that the family members are just elated over what I've done, which was really the whole point of it all, is not to just not forget the people that are dead, but also for the family members. It makes them feel really good when they end up going to the cemetery. And, I know what it's like to go to a cemetery and go, oh shit, I haven't addressed my family member's plot or whatever, and it looks like shit. It makes you feel like shit. So the fact that you can go there and, these people can go there and they can see it all nice and great. Well, she told me, she said, I know this stuff can't be cheap. And she said, I see that you buy flags and that you buy the cleaning materials and all of that and the brushes. And she said, I know it can't be cheap. And I said, well, it's not. I said, the most expensive one is obviously the D2 that I have to send away to Texas for. And it cost me all outdoors to get it shipped here. But I said, otherwise it's it's what I want to do. So it's not, nobody's asked me to do it. I just do it. And she said, well, we want to help. We have a cemetery fund, and we want to contribute and donate to help you with your supplies. And I said, well, I kind of didn't want her to, because I picked this cemetery as my cemetery. Like a baby. I feel really comfortable there, and they're really nice to me, and I don't care when I go. And even if nobody's there, I feel super good about being there. So I really didn't want them. I mean, it's my way of giving back. So if somebody else contributes to it, it's not really me giving back. But she said, you still put all the labor into it and everything, and this is not cheap. And we have a fund for it. And she said, so I really want you to she said, I know it's hard for you to graciously accept it. So then she explained to me that they actually got a new landscaper, and that this landscaper will help with making the graveyard look as good as it can look, because of, me fixing the stones. It's really made them want to make it look better. So they got this new landscaper, and he did an amazing job. Weeded around everything. I didn't have to get my little grass clippers out and go around everything. It was just amazing. So as she got ready to leave, she said, I want to give you a hug before you get all sweaty and dirty. And so I give her a hug, and she goes to walk away, and she said, and I also need you to graciously accept the check that we're going to send you. And so I thought, oh no. And I mean, I think it's really cool. But anyways, I got it in the mail, and the check wasn't nearly, I'm gracious of the check. I totally, don't get me wrong. I'm so not made of money. But the card that she gave me and the letter that they sent me, and I just have to show it on air, and if somebody wants to stop and look at it and read the whole thing later, they can. But I have to show it because
nice.
I think it means, I don't know many people that can really say they do this a lot. And I know there's people out there that do, but I don't know them personally. So I thought it was really cool. So first of all, they sent me a thank you card, and it was just a little card. But inside, and I'm just going to show it, and then you guys can stop it later and read it or whatever. But anyways, here's the thank you note that he actually sent me.
Very cool.
And then he sent me a letter of recommendation.
Ooh. Nice.
So he said, and he said, this is basically for you, if you do decide to go and do it elsewhere, you're able to have something that says, yes, she knows what she's doing. So here's my letter, and I'm just going to kind of set it here and then just kind of drag
Very
that.
nice.
Anyways, I was so impressed and I just couldn't believe, I could not believe that. And I would read it
I
out to
can
you.
believe it.
I mean, when you start out doing something like this and you're just doing it to be nice, you don't realize that other people are going to show the appreciation. This doesn't really help out this church in the sense of this is the cemetery and they just make sure of who's taking care of it. So it's not like it's a church, and they didn't have to do any of that. They could have just let me continue to do it, but they didn't. I mean, they could have just continued to let me do it for free, but they didn't. They actually said, hey, we want to contribute. So anyways, huge thing for me. Just, I cannot tell you how I just thought it was the coolest thing ever. And now I have about 20 graves left to do. And then I'm done with this cemetery. Now, I will continue to go back to this cemetery and keep it up to date until I'm not here. So
nice.
That will be my thing that I will always do. But when I'm done with this one, then I will move on to another cemetery that I can continue to get the stones clean, as well as continue with that other creepy cemetery that wants to freak me out every time I go there. I have to tell you, that cemetery, every time I go there, something pulls me away from it. Like, and I mean to tell you that when I went there the other day, there was a lady behind me. She pushed me through the cemetery. And when I say that, I mean, I drove in, she drove in behind me. Never had this happen, but she drove in behind me. She was an older lady. She didn't make me scared or anything, but the fact that she stayed behind me, and then I moved to the middle of, I parked and she parked, and I kind of sat there for a minute figuring out which graves I was going to go to. And then I went up to the middle of the cemetery, took my car and went to the middle of the cemetery. A few minutes later, she showed up behind me again, which then pushed me out of the cemetery because there's only one way in and out. She wouldn't go around me. So I was basically again pushed out of the cemetery. And every fucking time I go there, I swear I'm pushed out of it. So it's one of those things where I got 2 more graves there to clean besides the soldiers that I have to do there. But I got to tell you, there's 2,500 graves I could clean there. But the creepy feelings that I get, I just don't know that I want to spend lots of time there by myself. So don't know.
Yeah.
But anyways, the other one has just been amazing. It's just, I got to tell you, I felt so, I wanted to go clean stones as soon as I got it. And it was raining like cats and dogs out, so I couldn't, but I really wanted to because it was pretty cool. Anyway, cemetery pushers are real, Pew Pew says.
I know.
Dude. But thank you, everybody. I am reading in the comments, and thank you very much.
I think it's excellent that you're, and I wouldn't even call it a hobby. I don't know what it was. I don't know what you'd call what you started doing. I really don't. A calling? Nah, not really. A hobby? Definitely not. I don't know what the fuck you'd call it, but you started it. So the great thing is that you're doing such a good job, and it's coming from such a genuine, selfless place that people are noticing, and the vibrations are getting tossed out there, that you better be careful and be ready for the avalanche of work that's going to be coming your way.
Well,
you better get your shit together, kid.
I know. I have thought about that, and I am kind of, there is pieces that I'm starting to stick into place, like, I'm kind of getting my whole Excel spreadsheets going and that sort of thing, so that when shit comes up, I'm not, I'm not doing, I'm not totally behind. I actually do have my neighbor who she said, I would love to come and help. So, which is another thing, I would love nothing more than to be able to teach somebody else how to do it. So that, I can't clean them all. I'd love to.
Right.
I'd love to be able to say, yeah, I cleaned them all, but I can't. So to have somebody else that would, have the drive or even want to do even one, that's huge. So, I told her, you want to come up? I'll let you know when I go. And she said, Wednesdays work great for me. So we'll see. Maybe she'll come help me tomorrow.
Very cool. Now, I don't know about where you're at. I don't know you know, when Oregon became a state and all. I don't know the history, how long it is.
I
But
want to say
know back. What's that?
I can't remember. I can't remember the date.
Well, I'm sure it's not the same as like Massachusetts, Rhode Island,
No,
Connecticut. Okay,
it's
those
old or
places, and
younger.
also have some very big money names. Those places have mausoleums.
Yes,
You know what I mean? The big
I
crypt
know.
things and fucking that you could really go to town on. Can you imagine if you're like you're the chick that does that stuff? You know what I mean? And you bring
I
it
know.
all back to life. I mean, that's fucking cool, man. That's some
When
cool shit.
when you talk about that, it makes me think of these two that I watch from Ireland. Now you want to talk about some old cemeteries?
Yes.
And I've actually, I think I'm kind of inspiring them to want to get out and wash some graves. Now they haven't done it yet, but it's also because they film a lot. They go and they have their own thing that they're doing with filming cemeteries. That's kind of like their niche. But I think they're kind of coming around to my way of thinking, at least the woman. I think that she may eventually end up coming around to wanting to clean a
Nice.
few stones. And the thought of those, I mean, some of those stones go back clear to, you know, like 17. Well, I think she
Probably
has actually
older.
showed one, yeah, that was in the 1600s. It's just amazing. Those cemeteries are. If I ever went anywhere, that would be like one of my places I would love to go because the architect there is like the buildings and
Yep.
just like nothing you ever seen. They don't build them like that anymore. I don't care. They just don't.
I agree. I that's one of the things that I moved to Florida, and I know it sounds silly, but I like antiquing. I like
Mhm.
going looking for old junk.
Mhm.
And Florida is not old. It's old people, but there's no old things,
Mhm.
right? Back home, you know, you can go find Art Deco shit everywhere,
Right.
or you know, whatever. You can't find it down here, but yeah, I like old. I like history. I like the connection to the past, and we don't
Mhm.
have that down here.
No. No.
Sucks.
And I think that, you know, it's kind of one of the things that I've said. Eventually, my granddaughter has a thing about she loves like that satisfying thing, like of cleaning half of something and seeing the other half and that whole thing. So eventually, I am going to get her into it because I think it's something that when she starts it, she's going to be like, "Oh my god, that is so cool! It's so sad." She loves satisfying stuff like that. So I kind of can't wait to get her into it because, you know, there's
Nice.
I believe there's a lot of things that's getting left in the wayside because generations are just not. They're not even
Yep.
aware of it. You know, I mean,
Yep.
my granddaughter literally looked at me like I had lost my mind when I told her I was cleaning graves. She's like, "Grandma, you know, what the hell are you doing?" She's like, "Oh," and then she kind of looks at me because she's that type of kid. She's like, "Oh, that's so nice of you, Grandma." And then you can see that look in her eye going, "You fucking crazy lady."
Right.
But,
Right. Right.
you know, I know she was thinking that, but so, and Oregon became a state in 1859.
Oh. Okay.
So,
Well.
anyways, I think we better put Yank to bed because
Yep.
he's got to
Yank's
go home
yawning.
now. It's 20 after his night. It's 22 minutes after his bedtime.
Well, not really bedtime, but yeah, my relaxing time. Yep.
Can we talk about plants? This is getting so dark. We're going to talk about stuff, so it's going to get really dark, Guru. Here, or Pew Pew, here in just a minute. You watch.
Yeah. Keep
It's
watching
going
the
to get
screen.
really, really
Black.
dark. Fucking black.
The Ace of Spades.
Send her my way. I'd love to have a minion to clean. Oh, yeah, well. That type of cleaning, I don't know that it's all got to be like satisfying. Like one half's got to be dirty and the other half's got to be clean. And then you clean it and go, oh, look at that. The Oregon Trail. Yep. We've learned all about the Oregon Trail. Even my granddaughter. It's 3:22 in New Zealand. Okay. We're just about ready to go here. I'm going down to the very last. Boom, boom. Yep. Dark time. All right. Good night, everybody. And now that we talked about graves and all that kind of stuff and
Yep.
Wasp, I do protect myself on the way in and on the way out, just so you know. Every time. I say my little ditty just to make sure. All right. Good night, everybody. And we will see you on Rick's channel or on ours next Tuesday.
Yep. Thanks for coming. Had a blast as always.
Good night.
In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, out of here.